Double G.
What is up, my brother?
This was a great week in football,
Oh, it
if I
was
say so
beautiful.
myself.
It was beautiful.
Are
It
you
was
ready for a
beautiful.
great week 15 in the NFL?
I am ready, my friend.
Are
I
you
am
guys ready for college football bowl season to start?
ready.
Are y'all ready for another great episode of the Gridiron?
This
Well,
is
let's
what it's
get
all
this
about.
show on the road. It's showtime, baby. Like my boy Stephen A. say, it's showtime. Holla at your boy.
Let's
Cut
get
it
it
out.
popping, baby. Let's do it.
Let's go. It's the Gridiron, baby. Holla at your boys.
Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of those watching around the world. It
What up,
is
everybody? Yeah.
your boy Jersey the King.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
My left, my guy, Double G, Gabe Garcia, the wicked one,
What's up,
the
baby?
OG Double G, Big Papa OG Double G, whatever you want to call him.
It's like freaking 3 or 4 alter egos, dog, but it's all the same person. All right.
And I've always been. You know what I mean? That's my guy. What's going on, Aggie up?
What's up, Angel?
Yeah,
Aggies.
what's
Aggies are
good?
up in Angel's neck of the woods in New Mexico. They're up there in Albuquerque today. NMSU Aggies taking on Fresno for the New Mexico Bowl today, baby.
Yes,
So what's
sir.
going down? Everybody here in our area is hyped, man. Yeah,
It's football time, like my boy Hit says.
it is,
Yes,
man.
sir. It's
It is.
football
This is the time of year, brother, that like you look outside, you see everything going on. Like when you think football season, the vibe that what's going on right now, this time right now,
time.
is why we love football season. When you go outside and you can see that it's fall out there, and they're a little bit cooler. And you
Right.
got bowl games kicking in, dog, and you got NFL on a Saturday, because there's playoff implications going down. Like this is the time of year, my friend. This is the time of year that us football fans really live for, bro. Is the vibe
Yes,
that
sir.
we got going on right now, man. And I love it, brother. And we're here for it. We're here for all the chaos, my friend.
Yes, sir. We are here for all of the chaos because it's been chaotic these
Oh, yeah.
last few weeks.
Yeah, it is, man.
Um, I just wanna let everybody know we're gonna start this show off talking some ish. Y'all just be prepared. Be ready. Cause you see that hat he's wearing? You see that jersey he's wearing? I didn't get my gear on today. But you see that right there?
That's it.
We talking our ish today. So I hope y'all are ready.
Hey,
Hit said,
who was that? Who was that Eagles fan that was up in the comments last week?
"Oh, yeah, we waiting for Deuce and
Yeah,
Jeremy.
was it Jeremy? Someone up there? I know Duke's gonna show up at some point, but I
We
think it was
waiting on
Jeremy.
Deuce and
Jeremy
Jeremy.
was the one that was talking some stuff, man. So I was like, I hope you're here next week.
Hit says, bro, I was watching some type of football thing yesterday, and dude kept saying the Cowboys shouldn't be talked about being in the top spot because the 49ers are still on top. Like, bro, that's wild. No, but he's right. But then again, he's not all the way right because if we get a win this week and Philly loses or any game for the rest of the season, especially that Baltimore Ravens 49ers matchup, if the 49ers lose against Baltimore and Dallas wins out, we get that number 1 seed and we win the division.
Yeah,
As
and
long as the Eagles lose a game.
yeah, and let's
We
be
have to
honest
lose
though.
a game
Let's be honest, man. We as Cowboys fans understand what we've got ahead of us. Like Dallas has one of, if not the most difficult remaining schedule right now. When you figure that we've got Buffalo, we've got Miami, we've got Detroit. So
Yep.
yes, it is very possible too that the Cowboys lose one of those games. I think me and you, Jersey, talked about it that we kind of believe that Miami's going to be the toughest one. But I mean, tomorrow's game is not going to be. That's one thing I like. They asked about, they asked about McCarthy and those guys this week. Like if you're looking at Philly, you're looking at San Francisco, and they're like, no, Dak Prescott said, what we're doing is looking at the game in front of us every week. We're not looking ahead. We're not thinking about division. We just know that as long as we look in the short term and take care of business each week, that's going to come. That's going to come. So,
and I love what Dak said last week. I love what Dak and Coach said last week after the win. How good does this feel? It feels great, but we're worried about next week now.
Yeah, we ain't done. Yeah.
That's not Dak. If you notice, Dak's been a lot different this season. He's matured a hell of a lot.
Yeah, he's been very business-like all year.
Usually Dak will be like, yeah, it was great, man. We went out there, we executed, we did this, we did that. He'll break the game down somewhat and talk about it. Now, Dak's like, it's next game.
Yeah, he's very business-like.
I'm starting to believe. You're
starting to believe. But
starting to believe in Dak, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I think he can get remove that hashtag over Dak off his name at the end of this season. I think he can do that for me this year. I think I will drop the moniker.
I saw I saw something, bro. Before we move on, I saw something the other day that it was really impressive for me. When you look at the Cowboys and their history and the quarterbacks they've had, Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman, John Meredith, Tony Romo, Danny White. Dak Prescott. It's not just the franchise though. This thing that impressed me. They were looking at his last 8 games and the amount of touchdowns, passes, completions. For the lack of turnovers. And they said that when they were breaking down the numbers of everything, bro, it said that this is the best statistically 8-game stretch by a quarterback in NFL history, which is why he went from, when we were being conservative to start the season to being an MVP candidate.
And he went from 3rd on the MVP list to 1.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know.
Yeah.
He's no longer beneath Brock Purdy or Jalen Hurts.
Angel says Dak's reaction to winning, not being happy, not putting up more points. Dude is scary. Everyone watch out. Dak is, Dak is out to prove y'all haters wrong. Y'all remember he said it last week when he was being interviewed after, and he's like, no, like it still wasn't like a perfect game for us. Like we should have. I like that Dak wasn't happy because he said we should have put up 50 on these dudes. He literally said we should have put up 50. Because he knows that there was holes there. There was opportunities that they missed, that he missed, whatever. But I love that, bro. I love that you point that out, Angel, because our quarterback he's not happy with what they're doing right now. I shouldn't say he's not happy. I should say he's not content. And to me, that's telling me that he's like, no. Like we've done this before, and then just to lose in the playoffs. So he understands. No, we got to get there. And then we'll handle it. You know what? It just wouldn't be hit.
This is why we look. Man. And I bet you if the Cowboys get to the Super Bowl, you won't be saying that no more. I bet you if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, you won't say that no more because Texas gonna go crazy, boy. Texas, the whole state of Texas gonna go crazy, except Houston. Yeah. And I agree with you. I agree with you, Angel. Bro is hungry. Like Dak is hungry, and the attitude he's showing, he isn't satisfied. Like you said, he isn't satisfied, and he's hungry for more. So Dak's on a whole nother level. He's on a whole nother level.
They just got to keep it going, man. And this last few games is going to be the big test, the big telling of just how much better the Cowboys are from that Niners game. It's going to be these next 3 weeks, y'all. Pay attention. Pay attention because it's going to tell us a lot about this Cowboys team. What's up, Hendo? Hey, y'all, your Steelers, I think y'all play today, right? Yeah, you guys are on the road in Indy. I'm sorry. I got to pick Indy. I'm just putting that off the bat, Hendo. Okay? You got Trubisky at quarterback, dog. Hendo, you're struggling, bro. You guys got Trubisky at quarterback. What the hell's going on down there? The hell's going on in Pittsburgh?
And Trubisky look horrible.
Hey, do you think this could be the first season in Mike Tomlin's head coaching career that he goes under 500? He's never finished under 500. This could be the first year, man. You think they'll pull out enough here at the end of the season?
Rudolph. This is what they were screaming for last
God.
week.
No,
People
Mason.
had signs out.
Mason. You know what? I'm just like, man, I'm just like, just give the ball to Jalen Warren and let him do his thing. That's
Stop.
the way I see it.
Stop. Mason Rudolph, he can't do worse than Mitchell Trubisky.
He can, actually. All you got to do is add in
You
turnovers
don't believe
to the
in
lack of production, and that
you
can
don't
be
believe in the
worse.
rookies who stepped in and stepped up. You don't think he can be one of those rookies who can step in and step up? Look at Danny Tommy.
Rudolph's already had some time in the league, though. Like he's played. He hasn't really done much. You know what the problem was for Pittsburgh last week? They have nothing but game managers on their roster, right? Which should be enough, brother. When you look at that defense, the problem is their defense. We saw what happened to them the last couple of weeks. They say looking like that Pittsburgh defense we've been seeing all season, man. So Hendo, I'm sorry, dog, but damn, y'all are struggling to hold on to that wild card spot. That's all I know.
See, I love this part of the show. See, if we start the show off like this, I really love this part of the show. We just interacting with the fans, interacting with the chatters. You know what I mean? I'm loving it right now.
What's up, Jackie?
Jackie, good morning.
What's up,
you
girl?
guys all know 210 Brahmasita from the Horns Forward podcast.
Yeah.
If you don't know, now you know, and go check them out every Friday.
Miss B, what's up, man? We got everybody up in here with us today, brother. It's gonna be a great day.
What's going on, Miss B? Good morning.
Hey,
Cowboys,
B.
Cowboys all day.
Yeah, since he's already
like
up,
said,
good because I got McPherson on my damn player. Sorry, bro. I'm a little bit. I got fantasy football, things going on with some money leagues, man. So I'm like, all right, McPherson. I had to pick him up as a kicker this week. So I'm like, just keep that up. Keep that up, Cincy. So if y'all see me get a little excited, it's because there's money on the line in some of these leagues, man. So it matters. It matters.
Angel says, "Happy Saturday." Look, he said, "00 GPA. Where you drink at?"
Nah, it's too early, man. I got stuff to do, man. Hey, but
hey,
next week.
Brahmasita says, "I got to watch the Cowboys beat the Eagles in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico with hundreds of other cruisers. That's lit.
Damn, that's dope.
Lit. Y'all see my Cowboys hat back there?
Nice.
A Cowboy hat. Y'all need to get y'all one. You know what I mean? If you're a true fan, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need to get one of those. I need to get me one of those.
I'll see. I'll ask my wife where she got it. Where she ordered it from, and we'll get you hooked up. You know what I mean? So speaking of all of this football talk, let's recap a little bit of last week and start previewing what's happened so far in week 15 and what we got to come up to see this week. Also, bowl season start. Man, there's so much football to talk about. Let's get into it, y'all.
A lot.
So, I got you. Angel, I'll let you know where to get one. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry. We're going to get it popping. But how about them Cowboys? How about them 49ers?
How about them Cowboys, in the words of the great Jimmy Jones?
How about them damn Jets Jets? How about the New England Patriots? There were some crazy games last week. New England stomping a mud hole in Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, Hendo. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying, man. They're in trouble, dog. They're in trouble right now. Yeah.
I mean, the Jets. Y'all don't listen, Jets fans, don't act like if CJ Stroud wouldn't have got knocked out of the game, y'all was still gonna win that. It wasn't gonna happen. It was not gonna happen. So don't even think about it.
Well, let's be real though. Before CJ got taken out, they were having trouble putting points on the board anyways, but there were a lot of factors, bro. There were a lot of factors. It was raining. Rain was coming down. It's in New York. They had Nico Collins had been taken out in the first half.
No Tank Dell, no Nico.
No Tank Dell. And there was no Dalton Schultz wasn't playing either. So
you're not using Pierce.
Yeah. So there were a lot of factors that went into this. But I was more impressed though, was not with that Jets defense, because we just talked about the factors, what caused this with the offense. It was that second half, man, with Zach Wilson coming out.
Mm-hmm.
coming out there balling out.
Yeah.
I mean, what? You know what I mean? Zach Wilson had himself a hell of a game in that second half. Let's be real. He really did.
Yeah, he did.
And I think I'm
And he
not
put on
ready
the
to be.
show.
Yeah, and I'm not ready to be like, I just gonna close out the season like this. No, it was a game. It was a game. It was one game. Okay, but
Yep.
I was impressed. So I got to give him his props for that. But yeah, you're right. You're right. Like if this had been a full strength Texans team, it would have been a totally different, even with the weather. Yeah, even with the weather. But this is why I talked about it, bro, earlier in the week, was that Dameon Pierce, after the year he had last year, and this year they bring in Singletary, they go with the timeshare, and I'm like, why? You know, I understand Dameon Pierce is more that power guy, and he's one that you gotta work him early and get his engine going so that by the second half, and that's why he hasn't been able to have any big games, because that timeshare that goes away from what he needs to get his game going.
And they're putting so much on CJ with him throwing the ball.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very pass-heavy offense, man. So that hurt them a lot. Like they were not prepared to switch to a strong run game when the weather came down, when guys got hurt and CJ went out. It was like, okay, now we just got to get through this game and worry about next week.
It's a fool, bro.
I'll put a crazy and blame a deflated ball.
Oh, we're not cheaters. Listen, cocaine is not in the locker room no more. That was back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have cocaine in the locker room no more. Okay. Jerry.
You know what? Yeah. And Jerry ain't paying off referees. So y'all just stop that nonsense, because we would have won like 5 Super Bowls in the last 10 years of that. Because that man's got money. Okay. So.
Right. Romo would have took us to a Super Bowl. Come on now. I'm just saying. And Angel, we're going to get into that one. Don't even worry. We're going to get into that one. Definitely. But, another game that actually impressed me was the Patriots. Bailey Zappi.
Thursday Night Football, man. Zappi went for what? Over 300, right? He threw for over 300 yards, dog. Against that Steelers defense. That vaunted Steelers defense. Hendo. Oh.
And TJ Watt was getting after him, and he was just moving his feet, and he's just getting out of this situation and throwing the ball down the field. Like,
yeah,
man.
And my bad. He didn't throw for 300 quite, but he went 19 to 28 for 240 yards. Man, the dude threw for 3 touchdowns on that Steelers defense.
Mm-hmm.
The hell's going on? I'm telling you, man, this season's been just chaos, bro. I love it. I love it. I love the
but I feel like the Steelers came out flat on offense.
Yeah.
The defense held them in that game as much as they could. What's going on, Ignacio? Welcome in, brother.
What's up, brother? How you doing, bro? You know, and I also feel like it's starting to look to me, bro, like Najee Harris could be losing that starting running job to Jaylen Warren by next season.
Mm-hmm.
Jaylen Warren's getting more work. Najee Harris for the last 2 seasons has been completely ineffective. He's gotten the workload, but his averages have been horrible. He averaged 2.4 yards the other night. I understand it's the Patriots, but this has been the story with him all season.
But I blame that primarily on the offensive line.
Yeah.
You're not getting no push off the line and opening up a hole. If you're not opening up that gap you're supposed to be opening up, you know what I mean? Your teammates to run through. That's on the offensive line.
I get that. The problem is the problem is, as a power runner, he's been pretty much ineffective since he got drafted. So this is why I'm thinking now, Jaylen Warren's come on this year. Fans are excited about this dude. Depending on what happens with the Steelers, whether they make the playoffs or not, I can honestly see this, Mike Tomlin knows, hey, man, we need some changes, because they weren't supposed to be in a position right now to where they're barely fighting for their playoff lives. They were supposed to be in a position by now to be fighting for the division. You know what I mean? Going neck and neck with Baltimore. They're not on Baltimore's level. So, yeah, I could see some changes like the running back position. Quarterback, though, what do you think, bro? What do you think's going on with the Steelers? Do you think they need to go out and draft another quarterback? Because it's not looking like Pickett is that dude, bro.
I think they need to do something.
Yeah.
They don't need Mitch Trubisky as a backup. They need to get rid of him, waive him, release him, do something with him, get some draft picks for him or something. You know what I mean? Trade his ass away. Do something and get something in return for him.
Yeah.
If you're not going to look for Mason Rudolph to be on the team at all in the future as a starting quarterback or anything like that, backup quarterback, get rid of him and go and draft 2 more quarterbacks or go
Yeah.
draft a quarterback and find a really good veteran quarterback to bring in. Like, look what Joe Flacco's doing.
Look what Minshew's doing, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
But look at
saying?
Joe Flacco,
Yeah, you're right.
38 years old.
There's guys you can get out there that are backups that probably could be playing better. Like if you had Minshew and Cincy right now, I guarantee you that offense would be rolling right now. You know, George Pickens would be putting up numbers right now. So it's going to be interesting to see what Pittsburgh does from the quarterback position, either in the draft or through free agency. But something's got to change, man, because Mike Tomlin, you guys know I love Mike Tomlin, man. He's one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. I've always loved Mike Tomlin. And
even though I've never been a Steelers fan, I've always talked about that velvet curtain over there. Mike Tomlin's one of my favorite coaches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I still say that freaking they need to make a movie about him after he won the Super Bowl, and it's got to be played by Omar Epps. Omar Epps needs to play this man in a movie. Well, before he gets older. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Denzel, what's going on, brother?
What's
How
up,
you
Denzel?
feeling? Hope you had a great week. Welcome in. Yeah, like I was saying, look at Flacco. Flacco is balling right now. Flacco is balling right now for Cleveland. Like Cleveland still has hopes of moving into getting into the playoffs and having a nice little run this season.
And isn't it a trip how what freaking Cleveland gave up and how much they're paying Deshaun? And for the last 3 seasons that they've had him, these first 3 seasons, it's been for what? For nothing.
You see how now. This is what I know it's a little off subject, but have you noticed the injured quarterbacks that are normally your starters that are out? I say about 99% of them are out there on the sideline with the board or the little tablet, helping out their backups.
Yeah, except him.
Why the hell is Deshaun Watson sitting in the luxury press box?
Yeah. You should be helping your replacement in there, your backup. Read your defenses while you're watching the game and tell them, look, this is what I'm seeing. This is what you need to be doing. You know, I agree.
Imagine if he would have been now down there for them games for DTR, helping him out, helping him review all the different plays after each down or each drive and everything like that. You know how much better DTR would have played in that second game?
Yeah. It's almost like he doesn't want to help these dudes because he's afraid of them shining. I'm sorry, bro. You're getting paid for what Cleveland is paying you guaranteed. It don't matter how good these dudes do. You're not going to get benched when you're healthy. Because, Cleveland's going to be like, okay, we have to play this man because we're paying him, and nobody's going to take on your damn contract because we're idiots for giving you that guaranteed contract. So get out there on the field because you're healthy. So I don't know what he's worried about, but it ain't going to happen. What's up, JP?
What's going on, JP? He said the team had to make a statement on Watson. He didn't even defend himself. And he's not even showing that he's a good teammate. Yeah. And like Gabe just said, it's like he's scared that these other quarterbacks are going to do better than him and shine while he's injured.
Yeah.
So what? At the end of the day, when you come back, they're paying you how much money? Guaranteed? So why does it matter? You know you're going to be the starter?
Yeah.
Maybe
help your backup get you guys into the playoffs, and then maybe you can come back for the playoffs, fool. It's like they're not going to bench you because of what they're paying you. Like they're not going to bench you for Flacco. You know what I mean? You're right. You're right. He is not shown to be even close to being a good teammate. I mean, it's crazy. You've seen that meme with the side-by-side of him up in the luxury box, and then there's the one of Burrow with his arm in a sling, but he's still holding the tablet, and he's got the headset on. That shows you right there the difference, man. That shows you the difference right there. It's crazy.
And it doesn't make no sense. Nah. It doesn't make no sense. Update on the score. Currently, it's Minnesota 7, Cincy 3. He said dude was in the press box like he didn't care what happens to them. He on the selfish ish and he won't change. He's gonna get outshined in the long run, but doing that type of stuff. And I actually think if he does keep up with this attitude, like dude, just because you're getting paid $230 million guaranteed, don't mean we won't take a loss.
Yeah.
Cleveland's done it before and rebuilt, and they could do it again because they don't have to rebuild so much. Because one thing that Cleveland has been doing is building a team over the last few seasons. Well, hell, the last 4 to 5 seasons, they've been building a team. Why do you think that defense is where it is now?
Yeah. Another problem with that is the money they paid when they brought in Deshaun, what they gave up for him. Like you said, these last 3-4 seasons, they've been building up to this because he was expected to get the offense by now to where the defense is also. They were supposed to be elite on both sides of the field. That's why they went out and got Amari Cooper. You know what I mean? And I understand Nick Chubb got hurt, but their running game, they brought Hunt back. They're still solid in the run.
They got Ford.
Yeah.
And the young man's doing his thing.
They were supposed to be offensively where the defense is, and then they would have been unstoppable. But Deshaun Watson, if your ass can't stay on the field, then you need to be helping your offense somehow, any way you can.
Sitting in the damn luxury box. So, but that's all I'm saying.
He knows he's getting paid either way, man. That's the problem.
Shout out to Danny, Tommy, Danny, DeVito.
Let me see the hand. You see his agent over there looking like a member of the Sopranos and shit. That was dope, man. I love it. I love it. This is good for football right now, man.
Yeah, man. Did you like the way you could just tell? Like his agent probably talks. Hey, Thumb, look, the way you play, they love it.
Forget about
it. I'm gonna give you another sponsor, man. Forget about it. 500 million. You'll be seeing that soon. Look at that. He said, "That's my boy." But no, seriously, shout out to Tommy DeVito. You know, getting a key win for the New York Football Giants.
Oh, he's what 3-1 as a starter now. Damn, G-Man. Hey, y'all just bring that energy in Philly next week, okay? That's all I'm saying. That was a
key win in the NFC conference.
Yeah, Green Bay was
are battling for a position in the wild card. You know what I mean? They know they're not going to win the division unless Detroit just completely falls apart for the rest of the season, which I don't think is going to happen. I'm actually rooting for Detroit against.
They got a tough one against 49ers. Denver, though. They got a tough one against Denver, though, on Sunday.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, shout out to DeVito and you know, getting the Giants a key win last week against the Green Bay Packers. Saquon Barkley, of course, you know, always doing his thing. He wasn't as effective as they needed him to be in that game, but he did enough to balance out the play and complement the play of Tommy DeVito to get them a key win.
Well, and they just reactivated Darren Waller off of the IR. So, you know, that's going to give DeVito another weapon right there. It's going to be a tough game for them this week. You know, they're on the road at New Orleans. It's always hard to win in NOLA. But, hey, man, you got to give DeVito props, bro. Got to give him his props, man, because he's at least after the season they've had, he's got them excited in New York. He does, because for right now, they're winning ball games.
They are. Hey, Denzel. Cowboys going to whoop the Lions' ass. The Lion is going to feast on the Lions. I just want you to know. The Lion, Micah Parsons, he's going to tear Jared Goff's ass up.
Let's hope so.
Just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. Ain't no hoping. Who in the hell on that offensive line in Detroit can stop that man?
Oh, no, that offensive line, they've been very good, but the last few games, though, they're looking.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, that O-line isn't playing their best.
I'll wait.
That O-line let's be honest, over this course of the season, they've been really good. But with that said, the last few weeks, man, that O-line is slipping. We saw that against Chicago. Chicago made y'all look bad.
Instead of they played the Bears every week. Every week. That's terrible. That's terrible. I don't know.
That's
The
Christmas Eve,
Lions have
baby.
been
Christmas Eve
the
Lions are
Lions
coming to our
have been
house, though, so I ain't
the
worried.
Lions have been struggling. We're not just talking about exactly. That's the reason right there. Their O line is banged up, but I'm just saying, even if it wasn't banged up, who's stopping Micah?
The problem is too when
Who's stopping?
we get to that game on Christmas Eve, they're going to
Have
be
y'all
coming
seen?
to Dallas. So
Also,
it's
Odigizua,
yeah.
I've been saying it since him and Micah Parsons were rookies. Also, Odigizua just got outshined because of Micah. But look at him now.
We got that.
His name gets called just as much as Micah Parsons. I told everybody, also Odigizua is that guy. He's one of the best defensive tackles, young defensive tackles in the game. Tank, Big John Hankins, our defensive line is so stacked. Y'all better stop. And Mozzie's getting more work now that Hankins is down. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Don't mention that.
Stop it. I'm just saying. More to come on the Cowboys. But it was just a good week.
Hey, how about that Ravens Rams game, man? That was
that's what I was just about to say. It was a good week, but we had that overtime game with the Rams and the Ravens. And this gives me hope.
Stop sleeping on those Rams, y'all. Niners, I hope y'all ain't sleeping on this squad. Yeah.
Hey, the Queen Hyena.
What's up, Amanda?
So Amanda is in the building. She says, Daddy Ed and Eric said, see you Monday night, Jersey the King. On the bottom line, you will be on the show because Eric has a bone to pick with you. Oh, I know. He wants to talk about my Cowboys. So I'm coming to talk about my Cowboys. And I'll be suited and booted, baby. I might even wear the hat.
Always want to talk about the Cowboys. I'm just saying.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah.
And Cowboys gonna win. You know? But
Denzel, I like that. Rams coming to Detroit in playoffs. That would be a hell of a game.
That would be.
If the Rams can get in, and the way they're playing with Stafford's good with those receivers, and now that they've got that running game back, that would be a hell of a game to see. I would love that.
Make sure you guys do check out on Monday nights. Daddy Ed and Eric Mirtu on the bottom line. It's a great show. We talk football, all type of football, not just XFL and USFL, but NFL, college. It's a football talk show. Yes, sir. Now this is what I'm talking about. My boy Trey is actually streaming my RP City called Chaos City. So any of you guys who are watching or checks out this stream after the episode is aired, if you are into GTA RP, I do have a city called Chaos City RP. My man is right now watching the show in our city, literally. He's watching he's literally watching our show right now.
Crazy.
In our city on a working TV in Chaos City RP. So, go check it out. Show some love. Go get whitelisted. Join the Discord. You already know. If you need the Discord link, just hit me up on Facebook or any of my social media sites. If you have me on Discord, hit me up on Discord. I'll send you the link. No problem. You already know what it is. Or my man he can post a link. Or no, you can't. Sorry. Don't worry about it. I got you guys. It'll post actually in the stream. So just watch. But anyways, back to football. Appreciate you, Trey. I really do, brother. Thank you. Anyways, I think that was one of the most exciting matchups early in the day. Because when we had that Bills Chiefs game, I'm just saying. We'll get into that next, actually. But who do you think played better? Lamar or Matthew?
Well, honestly, I think Lamar played better, but Stafford wasn't far behind. I mean, both guys just balled out. Both guys just balled out. I mean, Lamar went for 316 yards. Stafford was right behind with 294 yards. You know what I mean? 3 touchdowns each. It was just a great football game, brother. The difference here was, though, And I don't want to say the difference. No, because it didn't mean a win for the Rams. But what I'm seeing with the Rams is now that Kyron Williams is back, bro, where the hell did this dude come out of? I mean,
Bro.
what did he miss? 4 or 5 games, and he's already getting over 1,000 yards rushing. Yo, he had 25 carries, 114 yards. The Ravens, on the other hand, though, Lamar Jackson was their leading rusher with 70 yards in this game. So he did all his work through the air. That was not him running the ball. But I love what Stafford's doing with these two receivers, bro. And Puka Nacua, man, like,
Hey,
I understand.
I see why
If CJ Stroud,
I don't see why he ain't in the
if CJ, well, you know why? Because he's not even the front runner for offensive player, rookie of the year. That's CJ. CJ is.
I understand that.
If CJ was not having the season that he is, Puka Nacua would be the front runner for offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah. With most receptions to start your career.
Crazy.
And the season ain't even over.
Yeah.
And he got injured and was out a game or two. What? I'm just saying, like,
and you know, another thing, this Rams defense, don't let that score fool you guys. I know 37 points, but what's up, Rig?
What's going on, Rig? Rig in the building.
If you watch
that Houston Roughnecks petition, sorry.
No, it's cool. If you watch this game, though, if you guys watched it, there was that time that Rams defense made plays at times. I mean, and it's people are calling it a no-name defense because you literally don't know anybody not named Aaron Donald on that damn defense. Give me somebody's name on that defense. Exactly. Exactly. Besides Aaron Donald, but they're playing well. And at the right time, man, if they can sneak into the playoffs, the Rams are going to be a team that can give somebody problems if they can sneak their way into the playoffs. But it's going to take beating the Niners at the last game of the season. And if they're playing for something, if the Rams are playing for something, you know the Niners will be. But that could be watch out, man.
The way the Rams have been playing, you think we're gonna have another? Because you remember at the beginning of the season, when the Rams and the 49ers played, the 49ers only won by 7 points.
Yeah, and the Rams are playing better now. They're healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're healthy. So that was a hell of a game, though, man. And this was another example of why I'm still very, very. I don't get it, bro. What is with the media not wanting to show love to Lamar Jackson in the MVP conversation, man?
That's my thing. Like, the way him and that rookie Zay Flowers have been connecting this season, the way him and OBJ, since OBJ's been coming on lately, man, what? The things he's been doing in the passing game. We're not just talking about on the feet. He's going to do that every year. That's Lamar.
And he's doing it without the run support from the running back room because, remember, he lost Dobbins.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man.
It's just been interesting that you don't put that man's name in the conversation. It's funny to me because you sit here and say, oh, he's having a great season. He's got the Ravens to the best record in the AFC and this is that and the third, and then you don't have his name in the MVP conversation. Mm-hmm. You have Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes
above him. Yeah, I don't get it.
What is going on? Yeah. Like, why do they with how they've been playing this season, turning the ball over? Yeah. I mean, I'm not even going to now. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of what's going on in Kansas City ain't even fully on my homeboy.
Yeah,
it's on players like Darius dumbass Tony. It's on players like Sky Moore.
I'm not over the line. What are you talking about? No,
bruh, you couldn't even see the ball. When you actually watch the footage from the angle that they showed, you can't see the ball. You see his cleat.
Yeah.
So, bro, you're offside. And Patrick Mahomes won't get mad at the refs and snap on the refs. Go back and watch the replay, bro.
You know, the problem is, bro, that's what he's saying. He's saying it's their job. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You can look at the referee. Yeah, you look at the referee, you point to him. You saw CD do it last week against Philly. There's a play that somebody put out there because of this, and you see CD line up. He points at the ref, and the ref says no, so CD moves back. You know what I mean? Tyreek did the same thing last week. It's not
Yep.
their job, Mahomes, to tell you that you're going to have a penalty. If you ask them, the refs are cool enough. They're like, yeah, move back or you're good.
And that's
But
if you're
if
like,
you don't ask them,
or,
yeah, if you don't ask
like,
them, in their
you know what I
damn
mean?
job. You know what the problem is, bro? The problem is the Chiefs over the last few years, how they've been, the NFL's officiating baby. They've gotten used to being babied by the refs. That's not them no more. This year, that's swapped over to Philly. Philly's the new darling of the officials. So now Mahomes can't handle that. He's like, oh, hell no. Hell no. Out there crying like a damn baby, man. Come on. Like you're going to do something to the ref. The
Yeah,
team's got to hold you back. Sit your ass down. Hold your damn team accountable like a leader should.
exactly.
Okay, and move on and move on, man. But he made a fool of himself. And then the worst part about it, bro, was the disrespect, the lack of class that he showed to Josh Allen at that
Yeah.
meeting after that right after the game. And instead of saying, you know what, man, good game, hey, good luck the rest of the way, and move on. No, he's over there. Josh Allen's like, hey, man, good game. He's like, no, that was bullshit, bro. That was bull. That was bull. Then Josh Allen's like, what? He goes, that call. It's like, dog, it was second down. You still had time to win that ball game. And you don't want to show your opponent the class that you should as a Super Bowl champion. I mean, it was very un-Mahomes-like, but now we're seeing what it's like when shit's not going his way and the frustration's coming out.
He's a football player, a current football player. He said we're supposed to check in with refs just like the cornerbacks do.
Yeah.
If you're on that line and you say and you point and you look at the ref and he says thumbs up, then you know you're onside.
And at no point did Tony do that either. He did not look over to the ref.
And you're like this far offside, the ref will be like, bag it up, you're not good, bag it up.
Yeah.
He'll let you know. But if you're blatantly sitting there, like Rick said, if you could literally sit here and read the back of the defensive lineman's jersey, you're offside, bro.
I love what Ryan Grant said on Monday when he's like, this man was lined up as a linebacker for the Buffalo Bills, and he's mad because they called him offsides. I was like, it's true though, man. Like, how do you not know? Like, but when you watch the video, the replay, Kadarius Toney never once checked with the ref. Not once. So this man though,
the defense could have got called for too many men on the
yeah. Hell yeah.
Like, come on, bro. he said he got the real blind side.
Hey, I wonder if there is a stat. There probably isn't, but if we had like the networks do, how they have their stats people that go and pull up all their stuff, I would love to have somebody tell me if there is a record for how many games that one single player has blown for his team with boneheaded plays. I would say that Kadarius Toney is right up there. Right up there.
Yeah. He's in my top 5.
And he's not the only one. Like you said, you're not blaming it on Mahomes. He's not the only one. We saw Valdez-Scantling drop that wide open one, a couple weeks ago that would have put them ahead late in the game. So I think Rashee Rice is the only receiver you can count on there. And he's not a true wide receiver 1. He's going to be a good wide receiver 2 if they can get somebody dependable on the other side. But
unless he just gets better.
Maybe.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you notice, like, when some of these guys come out of college, they're good, but have the potential to be great. And then have that, and some of them have the potential to not only be good, then great, but GOAT status, elite status. You know what I mean? So there's different phases to this. All he has to do is just get better.
Yeah.
And Rashee Rice could be, he could be a great wide receiver.
Yeah. I get that. I just, from what I've seen from him, I like him. I really do. But I believe that he can be like that, kind of like what Gallup has been for Dallas. You know what I'm saying? But it's the Queens.
I call him KFC. So, Kansas Fried Chicken.
Y'all are in here clowning today. I love it.
Hey, it's Kansas Fried Chicken.
I love it.
Good. Try the barbecue too.
Yeah.
But no, if you enjoyed week 14, how about this? What? 63 points. They were beating. Who do they play again?
They played the Chargers.
Chargers.
They
There we
were up
go.
42-0 at halftime, man. That freaking Eckler, y'all done killed my fantasy. You could have warned us. I could have benched him. Damn it. They gave Eckler like freaking 7 carries in this game. They weren't trying to win. Telling you, bro. Telling you. I saw a team give up.
I did too.
I saw a team give up.
Hey, Ballhawk One's watching. Sandy's watching. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Yes, I am. I am live on YouTube. If you could, hey, hit or Ignacio, copy that YouTube link and drop it in the chat, please, so Angel can get that link. But yeah, what a way to start off week 15. Like, what a way to start off week 15 after losing a game where they couldn't even put up no points. No points.
No, that was the worst football game I've ever seen in my life, and we've had some bad ones this season. That was horrible. Horrible. Raiders fans, man, they were all over the internet after this freaking win. They were like, "Hey, Raiders!" I'm like, "Man, calm down. It was the fucking Chargers, all right? It was the damn Chargers."
But
no, it was it was like they took everything that they couldn't do the week before, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna take it out."
Happy birthday, Ballhawk One!
Happy birthday, Ballhawk!
Of the St. Louis Battlehawks in the XFL. Sorry, I'm a Vegas Viper fan. But anyways, and Rig Rocker, he's a super fan of the Houston Roughnecks. Make sure you guys go and sign that petition, and make sure you guys go and support. If you're in the Houston area, make sure you go and support Rig Rocker and the other XFL super fans and the X Fan Legion. We are doing an event for the women's homeless shelter, if I'm correct, and they're doing it for battered and abused women as well. They're doing a fundraiser event, so make sure you guys go and check it out and support if you are in the Houston area. What's going on, A Train?
What's up,
how you
feeling
today? Co-host of
welcome.
the X Fan Show. Great guy, host of the A Train Show, and he does slam ball too. Bro, you gotta go check out A Train.
Settle down, Denzel, because y'all ain't gonna push the defending champions out just like that. Like we ain't gonna do nothing. My Arlington Renegades.
There is Houston Area Women's Center.
Yeah. Anybody in the Houston area, man, y'all got to look into this. All right, for a good cause, definitely. So yeah.
Make sure you go in, and if you need some details, hit up my boy Rig Rockers right there on Facebook, and he will get you right.
And sign the petition, guys, because the Roughnecks need to be playing in spring football moving forward,
as well as the Vegas Vipers petition that I started.
Yes.
So make sure you guys go and sign both of those petitions and go and check it out as well. Go subscribe to the Gridiron Podcast YouTube channel and subscribe to Gabe's. You got to give me the link. You got to send me that so I can put it in here.
Okay. Right. If you just search though Gridiron Nation Vodcast with a V as in victory, that's where I'll be.
You go. You can also follow the Gridiron Podcast on TikTok as well. A-Train said he's catching the Vikings-Bengals game. Who's got the score on that right now?
Vikings up 7-3 right now still. They got the ball. Okay. A little over 11 minutes left in the second quarter. So
listen. We all know what happened, but who won the XFL championship?
Yeah, y'all weren't playing championship Luis Perez, though. See,
and we weren't, and we were sitting at home. Y'all were sitting at home. Just saying.
Y'all better hope that they find a way to bring AJ McCarron back. I'm just saying.
How y'all gonna disrespect? You know what? F the NFL. How y'all just gonna disrespect my man's like that? Talking about Jake Browning put up a great game before he got injured. Okay, what about what AJ McCarron came in and did for the rest of the damn game? Secured the win. Are you just gonna disrespect my dog like that?
That's why I don't understand why he went back. This is why I don't
Like,
understand why he went
it's
back.
dangerous.
They're not. The team's not gonna give him no respect. I'm telling you. So,
But you want to sit here and don't get me wrong, I love this dude, Brandon Automatic Aubrey. You know what I'm saying? Automatic, setting records as a kicker, as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? As y'all better put some respect on that man's leg, because that boy, he ain't missed. He ain't
man, that's
missed.
crazy, bro.
And they've been
That's
talking
crazy.
so much about the USFL, the USFL, the USFL. Oh, he played for the Birmingham Stallions. They talking a lot about the USFL, but when it comes to the XFL players, they barely saying anything. Like, stop it. Stop. Like, please stop. Stop with the damn disrespect, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
I'm just saying. Oh, we know AJ's coming back. I have a feeling AJ's
Yeah,
coming.
I mean, I'm telling you, bro. Whatever league this becomes, they need him. I mean, this dude is such a baller, bro. We saw it last year, man. And you know what? Well, you know what, Denzel? Yeah, we saw what happened when we played y'all. Let's see y'all do that when we got Luis Bettis in there balling out with that championship arm that
Exactly.
he did against Washington. I'm just saying, I'm gonna talk my stuff. I don't care.
But y'all better be on the lookout for the Doctor and the Vipers.
How did we get into a conversation
We
about
got a
spring
coach
football,
now.
anyways? We went from the
I don't
Chiefs
know.
to spring football.
But it's football, damn it.
Yeah.
Because the AJ McCarron,
Oh, we were
because they
talking about that.
disrespected
Yeah.
my guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They disrespected my guy and won't even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
That Raiders game, though, we're back to that. I mean, what? That moves them up to
yes,
6-8 now. That's crazy.
that's where we're live at on the Jersey the King show page.
The
Yes, sir.
Jersey the King page. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm gonna give him his motherfucking flowers because I'm a Cowboys fan and I did watch the USFL. Like, to go from being a first round draft pick in Major League Soccer draft, then going into kicking field goals like second nature to him. Brandon Aubrey's that dude. You come into the NFL after 2 great seasons in the USFL as a kicker. You come into the NFL and start your career off not missing a field goal.
It's crazy.
He missed like 1 or 2 extra
Dude,
points.
what was it last week in Philly? Like the first player in history to hit like 3 over 50 yards in the game or something, or 2 50-yarders and a 60-yarder. That was crazy, bro.
No, he hit 2 59-plus yarders in a game. It was a 59er and then a 61-yarder.
Hey, let me tell you something. Eagles fans, I don't know if you're out there. I know y'all are out there somewhere, but it's sad where Brandon Aubrey outscored your damn offense, bro. 15 points to 13. Brandon Aubrey defeats the Philadelphia Eagles. That's what the headline
Brandon
should have said.
Aubrey outscored the offense and the
That
defense
was hilarious.
by himself. By himself. The offense scored 6 points, and it wasn't no touchdown and a missed field goal. They did not see the end zone. The defense saw the end zone on a sack fumble. Dak messed up on that one. That was a bad decision on Dak. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean it happened, whatever. But
Hey,
cost us the game.
I gotta say the Raiders.
Dude, that was a nasty play. I hadn't even seen it. I didn't even seen it yesterday. JP pulled it up and he's like, check this out. And I was like, holy shit, dude.
He read that ball so clean. Jack read that play so clean and just one-handed it.
That was nasty, bro. Yeah.
Bro, that's what he did when he made the catch. Literally, you could see it. I just know because I do that. He was like, oh, gotcha, and just walked. He literally walked into the end zone. That was one of the cleanest interceptions I've ever seen, bro. Cleanest interceptions I've ever seen.
That was dope. That was a hell of a play. That was a hell of a play. I dig it.
Hey, spring football does work.
We'll see.
Oh, yes. Did we?
That was beautiful, man. Yeah.
Really?
All these young receivers, man, they need to stop.
AJ Brown, watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Don't you ever call that man old, because that old man just spanked that ass.
Oh, do it again. Do it again. If we play them in the playoffs, do it again. Call him old
Oh,
again, please. Please do.
please, because he will do the same thing.
Yeah. And this was being carried over from the week before. This was carried over from the week before when we saw what Metcalf did in that first half against the young Bland. And what did Dan Quinn say? All right, youngster, that's cool. All right, you got worked. Go ahead and just shut down, lock it on the other side, because now we're going to put the veteran on Metcalf. He shut him down the second half. He carried that into A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown didn't want to see Gilmore that night, bro. I tell you, he did not. And all those yards that he got, not only was it a lot of it in garbage time, but it was during plays when they were making, they were playing zone a lot with the big lead. He did we talked about the one big third down catch, and that was like about it. That was the one.
Yeah, that was it.
Damn, but dude, Gilmore was making open field tackles. He was making open field tackles.
Strong-armed you, AJ.
Yeah, he did.
I said old. Well, let me show you this old man strength. Rip the ball out. What? Come on. And then shut down the young boy who was trying to act like he was going to get his name recognized in this game. Boy, you in Dallas. Sit your ass down.
And too, I talked about Deron Bland. Remember that game with Seattle, and we said, okay, you know what? What he's been this year is the real Deron Bland. This was a game. It's happened to even the great ones where they have that game where they just get worked. Yep. But what did he do last week, bro? Last week against Devontae Smith, 3 targets, 1 catch, 9 yards. Done. Took his ass out the game. Shut him out. So
hey, y'all.
He was back.
I just want to let y'all know, Jalen Hurts is at your favorite bakery in local Philadelphia selling turnovers.
There's some good ones.
He's selling turnovers. Yeah. So y'all go ahead and go get you some fresh turnovers from Jalen Hurts himself down there in your local bakery in Philadelphia. The one closest to the stadium. Yeah, he's selling turnovers, just to let y'all know.
And on that note, you keep that man's name out of the MVP conversation going forward. Okay?
Please do.
I'm just saying.
Because it's about
Lamar Jackson his respect. Put his Lamar Jackson in there.
Who's the number one? Who's the front runner for MVP? Who, Dak? Who Dak? Who Dak? Yeah. That dude.
Now let's hope it stays there, but I think it will, because the dude is playing the best ball of his career.
Let's hope.
He's playing better than any quarterback. 8 games.
You've been on my goddamn own head about your quarterback, and I've been calling him a divisional round Dak and saying I don't believe in him, and now I'm believing, and you talking about some hope? What the hell is going on today, guys? What is... After all this damn time, all these weeks, believe in him.
I do. I do.
You talk about Jersey. You don't believe. You gotta believe in him. And I'm telling you, I believe. You talk about. Let's hope.
I'm just saying.
Man is playing bad strength football.
I know he is.
He's got so much going on right now. Double G, are positive. He's proving all the hitters wrong. That strength of that baby growing inside of his woman's stomach. Making him something that he ain't never been. He's playing the best football of his NFL, college, and probably high school, probably all his freaking game.
Breathe,
man, breathe. You gonna talk about some hope?
Okay, yeah, because I got hope. But all I'm saying is, we got 4 games left. But my boy's balling. He is the front runner. And
I'm just saying.
I will say this though, guys. I will say this. Between the stats in terms of his efficiency, his completion percentage, his yards, his touchdowns, and touchdown to turnover ratio over the last 8 games, Dak Prescott, numbers wise, is having the best 8-game stretch of any quarterback in NFL history. Okay, this was confirmed by NFL Network this morning. And the guy, like you said, he's just playing on another level than what he's ever played. You could see the maturity that he's got this year, like we talked about earlier. After each game, he's very businesslike. He's like, we ain't done yet. I'm happy, but I'm not satisfied. He knows where they're trying to get. My boy he's earned the right to be in the MVP conversation. He's earned the right to be on top of the MVP conversation. All right?
JP, you ain't shit.
They were playing. They executed something, and it was their damn season and their coaching staff. That's for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Belichick, I think Carolina's going to have a run at him too, though. But there are reports, though, out of New England within the actual team staff that there have been reports of them saying that he already has a team lined up. Who it is, we don't know yet. So we'll see. But the Chargers would be interesting, especially with the players on that defense. You know,
Believe in Dak Prescott. If Dak Prescott wins the MVP, I think we go into the Super Bowl.
he would be Cowboys fans the first quarterback to ever win the MVP, and he would be only the second player in Cowboys history to win the MVP, the other being the greatest of all time, Emmitt Smith. So this would be big. This isn't the first time that Dak's name has been in the MVP conversation. It was in the conversation the year that he broke his ankle, that he broke his leg.
He was in the conversation. He was slightly in the conversation his rookie season.
Yeah,
going 13-3 and getting us to the divisional round. In his rookie season. Stop it. Dak's been in the conversation multiple times in his career, y'all. So I'm just saying. So you know what? Since everybody's talking about it, there was key injuries this week because it's going to lead into what is going on in the chat right now.
Yeah, man.
There were some key injuries that broke the season, and now it's some late injuries, some late season injuries that are really, really key. CJ Stroud went down last week.
Big. And he's still in concussion protocol, so I don't think he's gonna play this week. Because he didn't
Brown
clear. Yeah.
went down last week. Justin Jefferson came back off of IR in his first game, went back down, got hit in the chest.
Nico Collins got hurt last week.
Nico Collins got hurt. So, just alone. Oh, Kenny Pickett broke his finger. Justin Herbert.
That fractured finger. He's had surgery, so he's done for the year. He's done. Yeah.
So, oh, damn, I feel bad for you guys. That sucks.
Yeah, that's going to be tough, man. That's going to be tough because Houston's going to Tennessee, and that defense has been playing well. We saw Tennessee pull off that win at Miami last week. So Levis is playing good, man. So he's going to give Texans a game. That's all I'm going to say. Yep. And I don't know if I see y'all winning without Stroud there. Don't take down. You guys I don't even know if Dalton Schultz is going to play yet. I haven't seen nothing if he's coming back this week, but this is not the time. Y'all are trying to get that playoff push. It's a bad time for it. 4 picks to the Lions. 4 picks to the Lions, huh?
Who the Gabe? Double G. Who the hell?
First of all, CJ Garner Johnson. Are you kidding me? Did you see what Dak did to a CJ Garner Johnson defense last year in Philly? Don't give me that. Come on now. CD Lamb.
Who the hell are you talking to, man?
Stop it.
D.
Stop it.
Come on. Come on. I was just looking
for that's some confidence, though. You know what's going to happen now? I can actually see in that game, I could see a 4 interception game, but I could see it the other way. I could see Jared Goff throwing 4 picks to our defense, if I'm being honest.
And a pick 6.
I mean, this is the 3rd straight year the Cowboys have led the league in turnovers. So I'm just saying.
Welcome in, Julia.
Hey,
Thank
Julia.
You for tuning in. Go Cowboys. You already know. You already know. But that key injury for Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
It showed. What's that kid's name? Stick? What's his name?
Yeah.
Easton Stick or something like that?
Stick, yeah.
Easton Stick. He sounds like a hockey stick, bro. His name's a whole hockey stick, bro.
Easton is the brand.
What were your parents thinking? I feel so bad for this kid. But he came in and got manhandled by that Raiders defense. Max Crosby had a hell of a game.
Yeah,
and
that is a legit defensive player of the year candidate right now, by the way.
A lot of people are saying that Brandon Staley should have been fired. A lot of people are saying that the Chargers would have been better if Kellen Moore may have been head coach instead. And I'm like,
Kellen Moore ain't ready to be a head coach, man.
he's not ready.
But either way, I mean, they did name one of the other assistants as the interim, so it wouldn't have been Kellen Moore anyways.
Oh, she loved it.
She
loved it.
No, but you know what though? Seattle played them tough in that defense played them tough
And
for a while.
that's why.
But the lack of Geno Smith though, yeah, they couldn't get done. But yeah,
my
bro,
wife's a diehard.
let me ask you something though. Let me ask y'all something. And I know you know this. JP knows this. My brother Ignacio, Angel, y'all know this. Hey, y'all know what is one thing I've been saying that the Chargers needed to do since freaking week one? Since last year's playoff loss. Since last year's playoff loss. What did I say the Chargers been needing to do?
Get rid of bum-ass Staley.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what they did?
But if you're telling me, man, it's like 14 weeks too late if you ask me.
Man, how do you wait until how do you wait until y'all get y'all ass whooped 63-21 and y'all only scored 21 points because the Raiders let y'all?
You know what's messed up about this is there was no other football on. So people couldn't just change the channel. So the whole nation watched them get worked by a bad team. By Aiden O'Connell lit up a defense that has been underachieving for the last couple seasons because Brandon Staley refused to give up play calling duties on the defense, no matter how much trash he made them look. You've got a 15-sack dude and Khalil Mack there, and you look at how bad your defense is. You know what I mean? You got one of the best safeties in football. You got Asante Samuel Jr. at cornerback. You got Bosa on that line too. And look at how bad that defense has been. And that's because Staley has repeatedly refused to give up the play calling duties on defense.
Denzel said he turned it off and went and watched TNA Impact Wrestling.
Damn. People still watch TNA?
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
Because they actually have, if I'm not mistaken, it's either TNA or AEW.
Yeah.
Has a Ring of Honor now. I think it's AEW, but one of them has the Ring of Honor now.
All I know, bro, is that this was like the Justin Herbert injury is almost like it's like if you can take what's happened with the Steelers this year, the Justin Herbert injury caps it off.
Yeah.
You know, it's like tells the story of this damn season. Brandon Staley should have been gone. I've been saying it after every freaking week. Every week that he should have been gone. And I don't know why they waited so long. I don't know. But it's not like it matters in LA because there are no Chargers fans in LA. They took them out of the market where they actually had fans. So I don't know what they're going to do from the coaching standpoint. I do know that Belichick is in the conversation. Like I said, it has been reported from within the Patriots that Belichick does have a team already lined up. We just don't know. Is it Carolina? We don't know. Is it, it's going to be one of these teams. It'll be like 6 teams looking for a head coach. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. But Kellen Moore is not ready to be a head coach.
No, he's not. And you can tell because he doesn't know how to be a balanced play caller.
Thank you. Thank you. Why do you think Justin Herbert, like his numbers wise, he's taking a step back this year? And that's the Kellen Moore effect.
Yep.
But go ahead. You were going to say something. My bad. Go ahead.
You're good. Because that's kind of what I was going to say. You can tell by how the offense has looked compared to how it looked before. You can tell how Justin Herbert's playing compared to how he was playing before. If you look at it, Justin Herbert really hasn't gotten injured a lot in his career.
No.
As soon as you put Kellen Moore in there and you got him dropping back, 67 or something like that, some high number. They're doing like 60-something% pass plays a game, if not more. Like, it's crazy. You got this man dropping back so much in the game, putting up Yeah, he's putting up numbers, but look how many attempts he's going for.
It also
48.
doesn't help too that you're putting him more in harm's way too when Brandon Staley's going for it on every fourth down, even from your own 20-yard line. Brandon Staley was going for it on fourth down almost every freaking time. I understand we like coaches to be aggressive at times, but Brandon Staley was too much. So when you're going for it on those fourth downs, those are just, like you said, more pass plays that you're putting your quarterback at risk. You know what I'm saying?
You think that would have worked? The Chargers to St. Louis? I mean, the fans, of course, would have loved having the football team back, but the Chargers to St. Louis?
I
I
just
don't
think
know.
they should have never taken the Chargers out of San Diego. You know
They
what I
should.
mean? They shouldn't have.
That was dumb.
Yeah.
That was just dumb. Because
JP. It was the Cheeto holding the door, and that Cheeto finally broke.
he said he can't even be solid as an OC, and that's true because you have to be balanced. You have to be able to be balanced. If you want to throw some trick plays in here and there, you want to throw some shots down the field type plays here and there, and some different schemes, cool. But also think about the run.
Yeah,
Make
well,
sure
see,
the
I
team's
was
on the
just
right
gonna
side.
say though, they're going to have to go after a three down in between the tackles running back in the offseason because Eckler has never really been that guy. He can run between the tackles at times when he has to, but his big strength comes in the pass game.
Yeah,
So I think
he's like
that
Tony Pollard.
he like the fact that he did not have a Zeke Elliott on this, like, kind of messed up his play calling. He didn't know what to do, how to adjust, and
Mhm.
use Eckler to his biggest strengths. You know what I'm saying? So if they're going to keep Kellen Moore around as offensive coordinator, they're going to have to go out and get themselves a decent power running back that can run in between the tackles on first down, if they need him to, or on short yardage situation. Because Joshua Kelly ain't doing it. Isaiah Spiller's not doing it. And Eckler's probably going to be gone. He was on the 1-year deal because he wanted a bigger deal. They weren't willing to give one. They said, we're going to give you 1 year, just play with us, and then we'll let you walk. So
Right.
he's going to be gone. But without that kind of running back, Kellen Moore was kind of lost a little bit with his play calling, to be
And
honest.
I think the Chargers were better without Kellen Moore being there,
Yeah.
but I also think the Chargers would have been even better if they didn't have Brandon Staley.
Yeah, if their defense had played up to what those names were capable of, then yeah. But like I said, I blame it all on Staley because even
Yeah.
when he saw that his play calling was ineffective on defense and was hurting them, he would repeatedly in the media, when questioned about it, refuse, saying, "No, I will continue to call the defensive plays. There's nothing
So what
wrong
is
with
the
it." He
point
kept
of
saying,
having
"My play calling is good." And to me, that was a coach that was not willing to take accountability like coaches
or
should.
believe in his defensive coordinator and let his defensive coordinator do their job? What is the
Yeah.
point of having a defensive coordinator if you ain't going to let them do their job? What are they there for? To help you come up with schemes? No, they're there to be the defensive coordinator. They're there to call the defensive plays. What's the point of you being the head coach, the defense coordinator, the offense coordinator, and you still have an offense coordinator and defense coordinator? You calling all the damn plays. What's the hell is the point of having these other coordinators if you're going to call all the damn plays?
I
So
agree.
I just think that the making, hey, you gave us a 2-for-1 because you got rid of the dumbass GM too, who allowed Brandon Staley to stay there
Yeah. Yeah.
and brought in Kellen Moore, who shouldn't have been brought into that offense. I'm sorry.
I
That's
I
not a
think
good
I
look for
think
Justin
they
Herbert.
could be okay with more, but they're gonna have to get him a running back because you cannot continue to put Justin Herbert in a situation where he constantly has to be putting up 30 plus points a game because your defense cannot do their job and your offensive play calling is going for it every damn fourth down. I mean, I
Mhm.
think that'll stop with whoever the next coach is because Staley was just, yeah, I'm done with this dude and about damn time.
And I agree with what a lot of
Y'all
people
know
have
how much
said.
I love Herbert, man. Come on.
I believe
Yeah,
what a lot of people have said that they gave up on Staley in that Raiders game. They just
yeah,
gave up.
they quit.
It's
They
like
quit.
either get rid of him, either get rid of this guy, or this is how we're going to play for the rest of the season.
Exactly. Like if you're not gonna fire him, fine. We just won't play for him. Bottom line, we just won't play. They all stood in a line and slapped Brandon Staley as he walked out the building. Fuck the
Yeah,
high
Rick, I
five.
believe they did have a power trip. And I wanted to comment on this. That reporter was super savage for this. She said, Coach Staley, should you be coaching?
The fact that he even said yes is even more shocking, though.
Yeah, I'm like, she really just asked that, and he had the nerve to say, "Yeah."
That is great reporting. That is great reporting.
Your team just gave up on you, allowed 42 points in the freaking first half.
Yeah.
And still gave up, 3 more touchdowns in the second half? Are you serious? This rookie threw for like 5 touchdowns and 300 some yards? What? Your team gave up on you because you shouldn't be their coach. You've cost them games with offensive calls, going for it on fourth down, turning the ball over in your own red zone, but you're not in there. You're in your
in your own territory.
In your own territory. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, and we're talking in the red zone in your own territory. Where if you don't get it, you done set the other team up for a scoring opportunity just like that. They can do 3 plays if they want to settle for a field goal. They can because they're already in field goal range.
Yeah.
So you think you're deserving of being a coach after making blatant dumbass calls and then trying to stand up for yourself? Bro, seriously? You got balls. You got balls, Bradon Staley. I got to give it to you for that one. You got some balls, bro. But to think you deserve a job anywhere in the NFL? Hell, you don't even deserve a job of spring football coaching like that. I'm sorry. You don't deserve a job in high school football coaching like that. If you want to be a defensive coordinator so bad, go be a defensive coordinator.
Ain't nobody want him as a defensive coordinator after what his inability to do anything with this star power. The most expensive defense in the league right now, by the way. They pay more to this defense than any other team in the league. So, yeah. Bradon Staley, maybe you'll be coaching college if you want another head coaching gig. But he's not going to be coaching as a head coach in the NFL.
No.
He's not.
And that GM, I think he's done being a GM in the league. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you haven't helped build that offensive line up to where it needs to be either. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, I mean, I think outside of Slater, who's just a monster, they have not upgraded anything else on that line when they needed to. You know what I mean? Yeah, I agree.
And then you're not even giving your defensive line any depth or beefing it up a little bit. You're just depending on Khalil Mack and Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
Or Joey, excuse me.
Yeah, and another thing too, man, is that the GM may have spent money to bring some of the star power there. But at the same time, you also enable Bradon Staley to stick around. And now it's not till your season's already done that you get rid of him. Hell, you never know, man. Had they moved up the interim coach early in the season, who knows, right? You never know. But Brandon's a lot, like you said, so many situations he put them in bad situations to lose because of his incapable play calling, because of his stupid ass decisions. I mean, like I said, we love it when our coaches can be aggressive at the right times. Like when you're
say it again. When?
At the right times. When you're 4th and 3, at their 42-yard line, okay, in a close game. Okay. But when you're 4th and 15 at your own 25-yard line and it's the second quarter of a ball game, I'm sorry, you don't go for it there, stupid. That's why you're out of a damn job now.
Nick Dumbass 2.0.
Yeah.
Talk about Josh McDaniels. But just like McDaniels, you didn't deserve a head coaching job.
Now,
and neither does
Let me ask you something, man. This has been talked about this week, okay? They're talking about Belichick being an obvious candidate. He's the one everybody's going to want. But could there be a reunion where he brings McDaniels in as one of his coordinators? And, let's say they come to Los Angeles with the Chargers, man. It's not out of the realm of possibility that wherever Belichick is going to go, that he's going to bring one or two of his former coaches with him. not from New England, but guys that probably are not going to have a head coaching job after this season. But it could be a
But
possibility, man.
do you think they'd really give up Kellen Moore?
After
You
1
think
year, I
you
know.
think LA?
Yeah, good point.
That's what I'm
After
saying.
1
You
year,
think
after
LA
1
would
year,
bring
probably
in?
not. After
That's
1
why
year,
I don't
probably
think
not.
Belichick. I don't think Belichick is going to go to, you know,
Now,
uh,
imagine Belichick with those defensive names. If he adds a running back like he likes to have with Justin Herbert as his quarterback, that is an interesting thing to think about for next season, depending where Belichick goes. But either way, Staley, wherever they go from here, it's a damn upgrade. I don't care. It's a damn upgrade.
he said Nick Mullins trying to give Dobbins that job back. 2 interceptions in the first half.
Yeah,
Minnesota
but
just coughed the ball up.
yeah, they should have been kicking a field goal to go up by 10. It's still 7-3. There's 17 seconds left in the half. Cincy, though, what's going on with Cincy, man?
I
Damn.
don't know.
All those weapons.
No.
They're getting shut down. Minnesota's defense ain't that good. They're good at
Is
blitzing, but
Browning
come
back
on,
in?
man.
Is Browning back in?
Browning is playing, yeah. Yeah. So get AJ McCarron up in there and do something. All right.
And watch he come in and turn that game all the way around.
Yeah.
Just saying, he played very well last week. But I don't think Belichick has proven it was Brady that made him look great. I don't know.
I don't know.
No.
Brady went into a loaded situation in Tampa. Let's just be honest. And Belichick,
And
it's a lot easier for a quarterback to put himself in a very good situation than it is for a coach and a team to replace a quarterback like Brady. Let's just be real here. And
don't
I'm
get me
not
wrong.
saying maybe there's a little bit of truth to that, but
There is a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah, yeah.
You
I'm
wanna know
not
why?
ready. Yeah, I'm not ready to say that it was all Brady. I'm not
Because
ready to go there.
without without Bill Belichick, Tom Brady wouldn't have been able to become who he was.
Yeah, yeah.
Without Tom Brady being able to become the person that he was, Bill Belichick wouldn't have looked so great.
Who made Jimmy G look good and made his career?
Look,
That was
we learned
him. That was him. But that's why I just said
who they drafted.
it's a lot easier for a team or for a quarterback who's a free agent to pick and choose and put himself in a situation like Brady did with Tampa, where they were loaded, than it is for a team that he left to say, okay, now we need to replace that. Not so easy, especially at the quarterback position. That's all we're saying, Rick. Like Rick, it's not
Rick,
like it's
is
not,
Bill
yeah.
Belichick on the field playing? No, they dumbasses. Robert Kraft and them wanted to draft Mac and Cheese Jones, and he's just been a sticky situation. He ain't been cheesy for him.
Yeah.
He's been sticky.
Now, I will say this though. Wherever Belichick goes, if I'm a team, I'm very hesitant to agree to giving him the GM position too, because
He's
he
a
has
cheater.
not been able to put any like legit elite weapons around Mac Jones. You know what I mean? Plus, also, I mean, the different offensive coordinators has been a thing too. So
But
that's
Mac
part of it.
Jones ain't like Tom Brady either. Tom
No.
Brady was determined to make the players around him better.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Mac Jones still trying to get better.
Imagine. That's what I'm saying. Imagine if Belichick goes to the Chargers with a Justin Herbert there, and with that defense, the names that they have there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see where the Chargers go from here. But it's about damn time. That's all I'm saying. It's about damn time. Y'all doing injustice, wasting a talent like my boy Herbert like that, man. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It really is. And I think that it's about time for a change in LA, but I just don't see Belichick going to LA and bringing in different coordinators and things like that because they're not gonna get rid of Kellen Moore.
No,
They're
not
not.
after 1 year. Not after 1 year.
So I could see him going to a team like Carolina.
Yeah.
I can see him even going to a team like Chicago.
Yeah. That's an interesting
Because
one
they need
too.
to get rid of their head coach. Now,
Yeah,
I
he'll
could
be
see him bringing in a guy like Josh McDaniels. You know what I mean? After a debacle that's been going on in Chicago. Yeah, let him come on in. He's not going to be your GM, like you said. No GM status, just head coach. Go ahead, bring in your offensive coordinator that you want. Go ahead and bring in a defensive coordinator if you want. Hell, bring in a special teams coordinator if you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just don't see the Chargers being one of those teams. I just don't see it. I can't see Bill Belichick going to.
It's going to come down to, of course, one, money, which team is going to make the biggest offer. But I think the other one too, he's going to get a GM job. Okay, because one of these teams is gonna cave on that. I just don't think they should, because I think he needs to focus on the head coaching. He hasn't done what he's needed to do as a GM to put talent around Mac Jones. So, but yeah, I think if the Chargers would have to give that up, and who knows, maybe that's why they fired their GM too.
True, very true.
That's why I'm saying it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
What about the Red Commander skins?
Yeah, Ron
Did you see him in Washington? Did you see Ron Rivera out, him in Washington? But not you already know. Magic Johnson ain't gonna play that. Magic Johnson and him is not gonna play that. You're gonna come in here and be the head coach, and that's it.
I don't know. I don't know. Ballot for Belichick, Magic might, because he knows Belichick's status as arguably the best coach of all time.
And he knows Belichick ain't been good getting in talent since Tom Brady left.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? He's gonna look at it for the benefit of the franchise.
And see, I'd be okay with him being a defensive coach as well as the head coach, because we've seen look at that Patriots defense again this year. They're so good. They're so good.
You're right, but those key losses were huge. You know what I mean? I don't know about that.
First. Yeah, see, I'm starting to believe that. I don't know if Chicago is fully sold on Fields right now. But the coach will be gone. McDaniel's going to be gone. He will. I'm wondering, though, what Chicago's going to do with Carolina. If Carolina gets a top pick, they get their pick. Chicago's going to have 2 top 10 picks likely. Do they go and get one of these quarterbacks? I don't know, but I think a lot of it's going to come down to the coach. The coach will be gone. I think he will be.
This has been my argument with everyone who's saying that they need to go and get a quarterback in the draft. No, they don't. They need to get rid of this dumbass coach, and they need to build up an offensive line. You go and draft some good-ass kids out of college and go find some good offensive linemen from the spring league or veterans who are free agents, and you build up that offensive line around that young boy because he can play. You see what he did against Detroit. You see what he's done.
Yeah.
It's Denver.
The problem is, I mean, maybe do you need a new quarterbacks coach, because he still has so much trouble being accurate downfield, throwing out of the pocket.
What they need to do is all the coaching staff on the offensive side of the ball needs to be replaced. Head coach and all the offensive coaches, running backs coach, wide receivers coach, quarterback coach, offensive coordinator, get rid of all of them.
Yeah,
get rid of all of them in Chicago.
Because a lot of most of Fields' like passing yards, let's be honest, they're coming from DJ Moore after the catch. You know what I mean? So it's kind of making it. They have to work on that.
Coming from his air yards down the field to DJ Moore and Darnell Mooney, who's been stepping up.
But that's very rare, though. Like, more often than not, he's not.
No, I get what you're saying, but out of the when he does throw well down the field, it's because his wide receivers are making plays and getting
plays. Yeah,
they're setting him up for a wide open throw. You can't miss it. If you do, then we got to talk. If I'm wide open and you throw the ball way over there, we need to talk, bro. I don't think this is gonna work. You need to go to Archie Manning's football camp, his quarterback camp, and get some work done or something. And I ain't gonna lie, some of these young quarterbacks who are having accuracy issues may need to do that. They need to make that a more, they need to make that more of a. They need to use that more. That's what I'm trying to think of. Yeah. They need to use that camp a lot more, because I've seen over the years quarterbacks who have went to that camp who have struggled with accuracy. They have sat there and they've gone to that Archie Manning and Peyton and Eli quarterback camp, and they've come back better players.
Yeah, and you see a lot of
So,
them were doing it with the Sean Payton camp too.
mhm,
So
they've come back
they
better
that
players.
and I like when quarterbacks do that because that shows a willingness. They
Like,
putting their pride aside and being real with themselves and saying, "All
I
right,
need this.
I like my skills, what I do good well, but these are the things I need to get better at." And they
Exactly,
do,
and
and they do,
they're
man.
willing to swallow their pride, like you said, and put their ego aside and say, "You know what? I need this.
Mhm.
This is gonna make me better. This
Yeah,
is gonna take all that criticism away, all the negative talk about me and my skill set and this, that, and the third, and it's gonna throw it out the window."
yeah,
Because now they're gonna be like, "Oh, look how much he's improved. Look how better he is. Look how he's throwing the ball compared to what he was doing last season. Look at the accuracy. Look how he's just dropping dots. You know what I mean? Dropping a dime here, dropping a dime there. He's able to now throw it 50 yards down the field and it be a straight dime to his receiver. And he putting it right in the spot. That's what these quarterbacks need to be able to do. Swallow their pride and go and get that help that they need. You know what I mean? And I feel if he does something like that, it's going to benefit Justin Fields in the long run.
yeah.
Hell, it'll
And I
benefit
think
Trey Lance
what Riggs
in
trying
the
to
long run.
say here is needed or not, it will always raise your game. If that's what you're
Exactly.
saying. Yeah, I agree. Even if you
Exactly.
don't, you can always polish your game. You can always get better. Hell, Brady used to talk about it. That he always made sure that he looked at everything he wasn't doing right so that he can improve on it for the next season. This was coming off of a Super Bowl. That's why he was
Right.
so great. And
He
it
would
was
go back and watch every game from the previous season.
yeah,
This is one thing about Tom Brady's IQ that people don't really realize. He would go back in the offseason after even like you just said, after a Super Bowl winning season and go back and see what he did wrong
yeah,
and what he can do better and what he's seen that, oh, on this play, yeah, I completed the pass, or yeah, I did this right, or I did that right, but I could have did this.
yeah.
Well, if I would have led the receiver this way instead of throwing a back shoulder throw, oh, I could have made he gave him a touchdown easily. This, that, you know what I mean? So that's
And
one thing about
Peyton
Brady.
Manning was the same way too. Peyton
Mhm.
Manning was the exact same way. There was never that I am at the peak of my game mentality. It was always like, yeah,
I can do
I'm good, but I can be better.
Yep.
Always. Yeah. Yeah.
He said he went to Michigan. He didn't have a high. You're disrespectful.
Spoken like an Ohio State fan right there, huh?
True OH10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? True OH10. It's time to get into one of my favorite parts of the
That is a
show.
good transition right there. That's a good way to transition to the next part of the show.
You know what I mean? It's
Mail time.
yes, sir. One of my favorite parts of the show, it's fan mail time. And like always, if you are interested in sending your fan mail questions to the show, right down below on the ticker, you will see the email address. It is thegridironpodcast@gmail.com. Send over your fan mail questions and we will get them live on the show, asked and answered. Also, you want to follow Double G and Gridiron Nation, there are the socials, and you can send your fan mail questions over to Double G at Gridiron Nation Podcast at gmail.com, just like you see it down below on your screen. So let's get into it. Yes. Oh, wait. 6 NCAA bowl games today. Oh, yeah. Don't worry. We're getting into that, baby. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got you covered. But our first fan mail question of the week, or for this episode, which is episode 43. I'm excited to say that. We're almost at episode 50, y'all. Let's get it. Hit ass. So how about them Cowboys?
It's all right. Let it out. Let it out, my friend. Let it out.
So proud of my boys.
Yeah. And we
We
ain't
talk
done.
that shit, and we
And we
back
ain't
it up.
done. We ain't done. We ain't done yet.
All you Eagles fans, I don't see Deuce nowhere. Deuce, where are you?
Where
Jeremy.
is Deuce? Yeah, Jeremy was on here last week talking mad stuff, dude. Like he was on here last week. Where are you?
Isaiah, where you at? Isaiah, where you at? I don't see none of them Eagles fans.
They disappear after a
I
loss.
don't see none of y'all.
They always
It
disappear.
was a migration time. Did y'all have to migrate? You have to do an emergency migration after that game? After those 2 ass whoopings y'all done received?
Damn.
Come on now.
And it's not even like they lost close games, man. They were like beat down. One at home, one on the road.
And we beat y'all by 23.
And what did Dak say at the end? He's like, we should have hung 50 on them. They could have. Yeah, it could have been even worse, Philly. It could have been even worse for you guys, man. Like, Philly, you guys got issues. Defense, problems. Overrated secondary. Y'all got problems. Issues at linebacker. Where was Shaq Leonard the other night? Y'all just signed him. Talk about he's going to suit up for Dallas. It's on. It's going to help. Nah, it didn't help. It didn't help because Shaq Leonard's name was not called. No.
It was talked about.
You know whose name was called a lot the other night? A guy by the name of Dak Prescott put himself up in the MVP conversation against a defense that he lit up last year when they were one of the top 2 defenses. He did again this year.
You Eagles fans got on 49ers jerseys right now. I love it. Where y'all at? How about them Cowboys? Dak Prescott elevated himself to the number 1 prospect to win.
Jalen Hurts is looking very average right now. Yeah. He's looking average right now. And that's what they're trying to say. Well, he hasn't been 100%. Well, you know what? Do you know what MVP quarterbacks do? They still go out there and ball. You know, if he's hurting the team, all right, they get Marcus Mariota in there. I couldn't even say that with a straight face. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wouldn't put in Mariota either. I don't care. I don't care if Hurts is like on one leg. I'm like, no, we are not putting Marcus Mariota in the damn ball game.
At all. What the hell? Hurts, you better get unhurt.
Hey, and you know, we kind of called this whole thing remember when they got DeAndre Swift and all these Eagles fans were excited. We're like, yeah, we'll see. You know, the first half he came on strong. And we're like, he's going to fade out. He's going to fade out. And what's happened? He's faded out. Like they're starting to actually think about getting Gainwell more work as the running back 1. So I don't know, Philly. Like A.J. Brown all of a sudden just is not A.J. Brown that we saw in the first half of the season. Devontae Smith. Yeah, you realize there are 3 offensive stars, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, and Jalen Hurts, all coughed up the ball the other night. It was freaking hilarious to see them all fumble the damn ball. Yeah. And Eagles fan panicking. I'm a Lions fan. And I'm like, we good. We about to hot right at the right time.
Hey,
y'all just lost to Chicago, though. What do you mean you're hot? Y'all lost to Green Bay. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Denzel. I don't see it. I don't see it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man. Hey, I did see this video. Me and my wife actually watched this video.
Yeah, that thing's been going around the internet where that fool's taking off his jersey.
He took off the Eagles jersey in front of other Eagles fans and said, "The hell with this." He threw on that Cowboys jersey in front of everybody. He said, "The hell with all this. I don't even care no more. Y'all about to heat up." Look, Hit said they some hurdy birdies. He said we about to heat up. Yo, the Lions.
Hey, you see that that video of that's gone around? Gilly the Kid, you know, the rapper. When he did you see before the game during Dez's
show.
party? Yeah, and they made that bet on stage in front of everybody. It was like 15,000.
15,000.
You see, there's the before and after video where Gilly's up in somebody's camera talking shit. He's like, Dak ain't shit. He ain't nothing on Hurts. He ain't nothing on Hurts. And then it says, you know, later on that day, and it shows him sitting there.
He over there like he was standing up.
Yeah, he's yelling at this man. Like, Dak ain't nothing. Dak is trash. And then I'm like, and then
game like this,
and then you see him at the end of the game.
man. Yeah, exactly. How about them Cowboys?
I'm sorry, y'all. You know what it is, y'all? It's just we just love seeing Eagles fans in misery. That's what it is. I get pleasure off of seeing Eagles fans miserable. Is that messed up? I don't know.
The microwave might be broke because the lines are still looking cold to me.
And you know what? Hey, and you know what? Like we talked about this before coming on air, Jersey. Detroit, y'all got Denver coming to town. Now, if this was Denver from the first quarter of the season, I'd be like, oh, yeah, you guys are going to this is where you get it right.
Right.
No, this is not that same Denver team. Like Sean Payton's got these dudes playing on another level right now.
He microwave working.
They could very well come into Detroit, pull off a win.
They oven already. You know, they oven already preheated. You know, it took a while to preheat at the beginning of the season, but the Broncos went from a losing record to a winning record and still in the hunt for the playoffs. So I'm just saying, Detroit got a challenge coming up, man.
You guys still got to worry about Dallas here in a few weeks.
Exactly. You got to worry about the boys.
But to your point, Denzel, I will say this. You have the talent, and in my opinion, the coach, to get you guys up for this. To say, you know what? All right. What happened? Chicago is done. Let's go. I love your coach. I love your coach, dude. Your coach, I love that. I love what he's doing. Yeah, I love what he's
awesome.
doing. You can tell he's that kind of coach that guys just want to play for. You know what I mean? Like you want to go out there and ball out for this dude. And I like that. I don't know if y'all are ready. I don't think y'all are ready yet. Next year, you might be there. Right now, you may have the talent to go 2-2 in this last game stretch. Yeah. But you're not there yet. You're not there yet, Denzel. But I like the confidence. But damn, I've been seeing the Detroit Lions though online. Y'all got a little bit too much. Like you went from last year being like the laughing stock to this year all of a sudden they're like, yeah, damn right, we win in the Super Bowl.
Look at the bowl. Stephen A. and them said so.
Settle down. All right, y'all are better. We get it. It's just
brakes,
you ain't there yet, bro.
Brakes. It's not hit the brakes, bro. I'm just saying. Saying. Thank you, Hit.
There's the video. Y'all want to hear this? Here we go. Check this out. Here we go. Dak Prescott ain't nothing. He's another Tony Romo.
And we whip that ass.
I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm going to freaking slap Eagles fans every time I get a chance verbally. Okay? That's why we do these shows. Well.
He said, imagine only way to see the Lions in the playoffs is when you play Madden against yourself as player too. Yo, it is so horrible. You're going down. I can't.
All right, Lions will be there. Then. But you know what? In all honesty, the Lions, I respect a lot of the talent they do have right now. And Aiden, that boy, you got rushing the passer. That boy is going to be he's a future defensive player of the year. I really think he is, man. Aiden Hutchinson will be a defensive player of the year at some point in his career because he makes everything on that defensive front go, man. He's a terror. He's an absolute terror. The Avengers scene. Yeah.
Thanks, Rig. But yeah, man. I definitely.
All right, we just had to, I love it. Hit said I'm going to do a question that just gives you guys the opportunity to talk your stuff, and because we hate the Eagles so much, we're going to jump on that opportunity because we can't.
It says every team get the smoke. He don't have a favorite team, so I love it. He get to troll everybody. I love it. All right, thank you for that first question. Second question he got for us. I like this. He says, since it's getting close to the worldwide big football game, the Super Bowl, what do you expect to see from these teams going down the stretch? Go ahead, Gabe. We want to know.
See, the thing is, man, this it's a lot what to expect because the NFC obviously, like both conferences, are having a battle at the top. All right,
Yeah.
you're looking. There's different battles going on in the conferences. Okay, you're looking at the NFC, and you've got San Francisco, Dallas, and Philly right now, neck and neck, battling for that top spot with 4 weeks to go. They're the ones battling for the top spot. Detroit's going to just try to hold on to the division as long as they don't have a collapse. They should be okay. All right. Detroit actually still has an opportunity there, but it's unlikely to get the number one seed. So that's the one battle at the top. And then you've got the battle at the bottom with the playoff teams like the Vikings, trying to get in. And then who's going to win that horrible division in the NFC South? We don't know.
Yep.
So there's those lower tier teams. Green Bay is trying to get into the playoffs. You know what I mean? So those are the two battles there. And then you've got the AFC where you've got, Lamar Jackson and Baltimore right now leading the way. You've got Miami right on their heels. Will Kansas City bounce back? That's a big one right there. Will they be able to get it together? Because right now they're collapsing at the worst possible time. And then you look at the bottom of the AFC, it's really, really interesting because you're wondering, okay, is Cincy going to get in? Is Pittsburgh going to be able to get in? Will Denver sneak in? You know what I mean? It's at Houston. I don't know. But all I know is, what do you expect to see from these teams going down the stretch? I do expect Dallas to, if they don't get the number one seed, I expect them to get out of the first round, out of the wild card, whether they have to go on the road or not. And I also expect to see, I know this is probably not going to be popular with some of you, but it's Andy Reid, it's Mahomes. I expect Kansas City these last 4 games to get it together a bit and at least go in on a 3-1. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm putting a little too much into Andy Reid and Mahomes, but they got to get something. I mean, there's got to be something, right? Something's got to give with this team. So that's what I'm expecting from them. But I do think Baltimore will ultimately get the number one seed. They've got some tough games coming up. I get that, especially the game between them and San Francisco is going to be huge. That's going to be a monster game. And if you want to ask me about a team that I'm like, if they sneak in to watch out for the Rams. That's all I'm saying. If the Rams find a way to get into the playoffs and they're right there on the wild card bubble, y'all got to watch out for the Rams. That's all I'm saying, because if Stafford is hot, he's got his receivers. They got Kyron Williams back running the damn ball like a monster. So just watch out. They're very well coached. So I'm expecting, if the Rams get in, for them to be a problem. But that's the way I see it in terms of certain key teams here, bro. I don't think Pittsburgh gets in. Sorry, Hendo. I don't think they do. I think they're gonna lose that spot, but it could be Denver that takes that spot from them. We'll see.
There you go, guys. Well, I have to agree with a lot of what you said. Most definitely, I feel that a lot of teams are in the hunt that could actually make a run, depending on the remainder of the schedule. One team that I think is going to be a surprise to everybody is the Cleveland Browns, with all the quarterback issues they've had this season, losing Deshaun Watson, playing DTR, and then taking him out and putting in Joe Flacco. Now Joe Flacco is playing at a high level right now in the 2 games that he's been playing for, starting for them. So I think you got to look for Cleveland to really not go anywhere and be in that conversation of a top team in the AFC. KC, like you said, if they get out of this, like Riggs just said, get out of this lost feeling, because they feel lost right now. You can tell they are kind of lost. So if KFC can bounce back, I'm gonna continue to call them KFC. Okay, if KFC can bounce back, then you got to always worry about them. Buffalo, they have a tough outing for the rest of the season as well. They got some key games. One coming up tomorrow with the Cowboys, which is going to be key for them. If they lose that, they fall to 7-7.
Huge game.
That's a huge game for them tomorrow. So you got to think, like you said, Baltimore. Don't sleep on Houston, guys. Do not sleep on Houston. Regardless of them losing CJ Stroud for a week and losing that game last week, they're still 7-6. If they pull out a win this week, give CJ some time to come back, they can definitely make a push in the playoffs. as a young team with a rookie head coach and a rookie starting quarterback and a rookie captain at linebacker and Will Anderson on defense. So
Yeah.
you got to imagine this young team is hungry, even with the losses that they've had this season. This young team is hungry. So don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on Jacksonville. Do not sleep on pretty boy Sunshine Trevor Lawrence because that boy is balling. That boy is balling. So there's a lot of teams now. NFC side, like you said, the Rams. Don't sleep on Denver either. Don't sleep on Denver, but the Rams, you got to look at how they've been playing. Matt Stafford's been playing a hell of like he's been playing Super Bowl caliber football again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you got to give him credit for what he's doing on the offensive side with that team right now and the struggles that they've had throughout the season. Even with him going down, they're still in the hunt for the playoffs. So I really have a strong feeling that the NFC isn't as wide open as the AFC, but these teams are playing like it. These teams in the NFC are playing like there's no tomorrow for them, and
Mhm.
like the field is that wide open, which is really not. You've got San Fran, you've gotten Dallas and Philly. Those are the top 3 teams in the NFC, and then everything else is in the hunt. So there's a huge race going on in the NFC as well. You know what I mean? We're not even gonna talk about the NFC South. That's not even division to even talk about. That's not even division to even talk about, you know what I mean? So it's still gonna be a war. It's still definitely gonna be a war down the stretch, and I honestly feel that, you know, when it comes to this NFC race, I really hope it's competitive. I
Mhm.
really hope that the NFC side of the playoffs is very competitive because we know the AFC side is going to be competitive. We
Yeah.
already know it. You know what I mean? We already know it. So at the end of the
Yeah.
day,
Yeah.
it's a more of a focus on the NFC side for me to see how the end of this regular season will go. And I just have a feeling that we're going to get some teams that are going to surprise us at the end of the season on both sides. But just peep that NFC conference. You know what I mean? Just peep that NFC conference, and I do agree Houston is gonna make some noise if they can get everything right, but they have
If
already
they get in, if they get in, right now they would be out.
right, but they've
Yeah.
already had success by being where they think.
Oh
I
yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Actually, Angel, I'm gonna actually add that as a, question. Don't even worry, brother. I got you. So I really think that they've had that success by doing as well as they've done this season with rookie quarterback. And all those rookies on that team, man. Tank Dell, come on now. When he comes back next season, just imagine they're going to be even stronger. They're going to be even better. So this push at the end of this regular season, the 2023-2024 regular season, it's going to be crazy to watch, you guys, and it's going to be exciting. But I really want you guys to focus on that NFC conference race because that race I really feel is going to be huge. It's going to be huge, and it's going to determine the fate of the playoffs. Watch what I tell you. Hey, happy early birthday, B. Because I hope my Cowboys win tomorrow. Monday is my birthday. That would be a great present. Oh, okay, let's get it then. That's what we're rooting for. Cowboys. But yeah, that's how
It's a big game. Yeah.
you know what I
But
mean.
I agree with you, bro. Now I just real quick, I wanted to your point about Cleveland. My back up to your point about Cleveland. And it also is to JP's point in his comment about the defense. See
Yeah.
what you're talking about, right? You're right, man. They're sitting there at 8-5 right now. Okay. You've got Joe Flacco in there, who he's won a Super Bowl. Yes, it was a game manager, but he can make the throws when he has to. But
Yeah.
this team, what have I always said, bro? When you have a running game and a defense like they have, all you need is a game manager. Somebody who's not going to lose the game, but who can, on a big third down, make the throws when he has to,
Yep.
and this defense, Flacco is enough, I guess. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying with this defense and run game. Because that defense for Cleveland is just ridiculous. They are
You're gonna
so
keep
good, so
like you
good.
said, JP, they're gonna keep that offense
Yeah.
in the game
And
all the
Flacco is a guy I think that can manage the game for him. And you continue to split, carries between Kareem Hunt and Ford, and I think they're going to be
time.
okay. So yeah, did this is a team in the AFC. Do not sleep on them because as long as that defense is there, they can travel. They're gonna have the ability to beat anybody. in the AFC. Yes, even Baltimore,
Yep.
it's going to be good. And like you said with the NFC, you know, you didn't even want to talk about the NFC South. Can I just say real quick, the most disappointing and underachieving team in the NFL this year is in the NFC South, and they go by the name of the New Orleans Saints.
Yep.
You bring in Derek Carr with all that talent. Michael Thomas comes back. You got Chris Olave. You've got God dang it, the running backs.
Alvin Kamara.
You got Kamara. You even brought in Williams. I was just like what is going on there? You got a little gadget player like Hill there, and I don't get it, bro. The defense that they have, like that division, they should be dominating that division, and they've been
Yeah.
one of the most. They have, in my opinion, at least for me, the Saints are the most disappointing and underachieving team in the NFL this year. Probably, I don't want to say next to the Chargers because the Chargers thing doesn't surprise me because they kept that dumbass as head coach for the. But we talked about that. We talked about that. So I think that the Saints, man, I don't know if I see anybody in the NFC South being a problem in the playoffs. But
Yeah.
other than that, Green Bay could be. Hell, if the Vikings, if their quarterback situation gets right, they could be. You talked about the Rams. Hell, even the Seahawks, y'all, if they get in.
Yeah.
Seahawks are not going to be a slouch either if they can get in. So, yeah, we are set up, y'all, to have a very chaotic ending to the NFL season. But that's what we want, right? We
Yep.
love the unpredictability of this season because it's been so hard to call some of these games, to be honest. So many upsets. So yeah,
Freaking
Saints are showing their
JP,
heart.
it's
Broke down.
Town. JP, you're a fool, bro. All right, next question from a boy Hit. He says, "How bad do you think these calls by the refs are going to be now, since it's since it's closer to the Super Bowl, and do you think it will affect the Super Bowl?"
Let's hope not. Let's
Mm.
hope not.
That's
I hope not. I hope not. God, I hope that the referees do not decide the outcome of the Super Bowl.
I don't either. I honestly think that they're actually going to get better through the remainder of the season. I know it's crazy to hear me say that because I've been complaining about the refs all season, not just for Cowboys, but for all teams around the league. You know, the refs have just been pathetic, in my opinion. I'm not even going to just say horrible. They have been pathetic. They have been pathetic. And I think that with all of the media outlets starting to really say something about it, with the reactions from players and what they've been saying on social media about the refs, I think it's going to actually change. I think it's going to get a little bit better. And I hope, I'm not going to say for sure, but I hope it doesn't affect the outcome of the Super Bowl, to be honest. I really do.
Yeah, I do think it will be better in the playoffs because I think this is usually the time that the NFL puts together their best officiating crews. I'm
Mhm.
just hoping that it's these kind of crews that are going to be able to be consistent. If you're going to throw a lot of flags, make sure it's on both sides of, both teams. If you're going to
Exactly.
let them play, make sure you're letting both teams play.
Exactly.
Don't make it to where we all have to come on here at the end of the weekend and be on here complaining about why the referees were more biased towards one team than the other, like it's been this season at times. We don't want that. Like I said, if okay, we don't like seeing a lot of laundry on the field, but I'm not so quick to bash it as long as it's consistent with both teams. Okay, if you're gonna,
Exactly.
it's almost like baseball. Those of you who watch baseball, when they call the umpires, with the strike zones, they're like, okay, this is how he's gonna call it today. This is his strike zone. That's got to be the same with the officiating. If you're going to call everything, fine. Make sure you do it on both teams. But I really hope that it's gets to the Super Bowl and it gets to a point where they have an officiating crew that has that balance with letting them play, but also calling the plays when they need to be called. And it is
Exactly.
not. And I'm sorry, if it's going to be a game that decides the play, make sure it's a good call. Don't make it to where you miss a blatant pass interference that ends the game, the Super Bowl for one team, when you should have called the pass interference and you don't. Something
Exactly.
like that. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly. And I feel that exact same way, brother. Trust me on that one. We actually have a surprise question from Angel. Thank you for those three questions. Hit Angel asks, "Do you guys think the Cowboys will play in Mexico next year?"
Oh,
Hmm, that
that's
is a good
possible. Well, this just came out that Jerry Jones has said that he's telling the league that the Cowboys do not mind playing an international game, home game every year, as long as it's going to be in Mexico City. And he's not stupid because he knows that Mexico loves the Dallas Cowboys. They are major Dallas Cowboys fan base down there. So he knows that okay, if one of our home games that's going to be international has to be anywhere, we'll agree to do it every year, but it's got to
Yep.
be, down in our backyard down here. So it's possible, man. Like if the NFL's smart, that they would put Dallas to be a game there in Mexico City. To be honest, it makes sense for business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you got to imagine, like you said, how many fans down in Mexico
Yeah. Well,
love the Cowboys.
you saw in their preseason game, like
Exactly.
they killed it
You
with that
see
crowd.
how much fan support the Dallas Cowboys have down in the Mexico
Yeah.
area. So why not have them be a team that, like the Jaguars, are always going to England?
Yeah.
Why not
Well,
have
I was in London. Yeah.
why not have the Cowboys host a game every year in Mexico?
Hmm.
Why not?
Makes a lot of
You show,
sense.
like you said, they showed how well the turnout will be during the preseason.
Hmm.
So do it in the regular season, and it will be great if it's a regular season game against somebody like the Eagles
Yeah. Yeah.
or some a team in
Or
AFC.
you know what? You really want to bring the crowd to that one, man. Make it against somebody like the Niners or even the Raiders, because the Raiders
Mm.
have a strong fan base down there too.
And then you
And I
got
mean,
Las Vegas. Come on now,
yeah,
people from Las Vegas and from Mexico representing. That will be a great game. Raiders and Cowboys in Mexico City during the regular season. Yeah,
yeah, and I do think that I do think that the NFL has said that they do want to make Mexico City like
one
the
of the
next
international.
big one. They added Germany this year, and they want Mexico City to be that another regular one every year because in
Brazil
2025 they're adding four more
international.
international games. They're going from four this year for next year to eight in
Yep, and
2025. Mexico
Brazil's gonna
City
be
will
one of
likely be one of them. Yeah, Brazil is going to be one of them. Mexico City will likely be one. And I think that was a little test for them, the way they took the Cowboys to Mexico City this year in the preseason. Yeah, they're setting up for that. They are.
them. He said they
London,
own.
London, it's crazy, man. London, they love American football over there.
Yeah, they do.
They do, man. They come out for that. You know what I love about that, too? What's so pure about watching those games is that you've got fans like they're wearing jerseys of teams that aren't even there.
Mhm.
And I've never seen anything wrong with that. I see people, I see people complain about that on the internet, like, well, why are you wearing the jersey for the Niners if it's a Cowboys Eagles game? Because it's a young kid, who's at his first football game. It's NFL either way.
Mhm.
Let him do him. Like, why does that bother you? And to me, I love it because it just shows you as a football fan. Like, I know this ain't none of my teams, but I'm gonna support my team to this game because it's an NFL game. And I love that they do that. You see that in the London games, right? When they show the crowd and they're wearing like Patriots jerseys and Chiefs jerseys, and it's none of those
It's
teams playing, but it
all teams
shows you that they love the game, man. And I dig that. I really do.
exactly. Another question from Angel. Is it true Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid got fined?
I probably, yeah, yeah,
I
for
believe I've heard,
criticizing the officiating. You can't criticize the officiating. That's just the way it is.
and especially on that.
They should have took they should have took the Marshawn the Marshawn Lynch road and just be like, I'm just here so that they don't find me.
Yeah, yeah,
You go
I would have said
because
it.
he never wanted to talk about the refs because he knew when he did the first time he did they fined him. So that's when he said, I'm just here so they don't find me. You know.
And we got another question. We got another question from. I love that. I'm just here so they don't find me. I love that. When he first said that, bro, I was like, that's the greatest statement ever from a football
Mhm.
player. That is the greatest statement ever in a press
And they would
conference.
ask a question. So, what do you think of this to this and this? And then his answer, I'm just here so that I don't get fined. Okay, but what did you think about this part in the game? I don't know. I'm just here
Just
so I
here.
don't get fined.
I loved it. You can't get nothing out of it. My son
No,
was that
man.
dude.
It's
When
awesome.
he told us about how he laughed at Pete Carroll when they lost that Super Bowl because of the play call.
Yeah.
Oh man, he laughed right in his face. He took his helmet off and laughed right in that man's face, and then left. Left the game. Went and got dressed. Went and took a shower and got dressed.
He's
And
gone.
everything. Oh my god, that was funny as ever. Last question from Angel. He says, "Who do y'all think will play in Brazil?"
This one's hard to call, to be honest. I think what they'll do is like they're planning to do it with Germany every year. Is they'll just put a few different teams here and there.
And
You
see who
know.
gets the
Yeah.
best outcome.
Yeah.
I think that's what they'll do too. I think they'll see who gets the best outcome and as far as fan base,
Yeah.
and like you see with the London games, like JP was just stating, that it surprises them how many fans are in London, and like you were just stating about they go to these games with different team jerseys.
Yeah.
It won't even be just for the teams that are playing. It'll be all teams, you know what I mean, in the NFL that these fans represent and support. So I think it's going to be more of a which team has a better outcome when it comes to
Yeah.
tickets.
Because Jacksonville, they're kind of the unofficial home team in London. That is their home away from home. And the NFL's talking about within the next 5 to 6 years they want to put a team in London. It's almost like they're setting up Jacksonville to do that, but
Yep.
we'll see. But yeah, you're right. It's going to depend on like when they locally what kind of feedback they get, what team is liked the most down there.
Yeah.
Who gets the most response. Who sells
Who's willing
tickets.
to travel that far?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well,
practice.
and I think that's that's the next thing is which of these teams are going to be willing to say, you know what, yeah, we'll go over there every year.
Yep. So
Yeah,
I think
Rig, you're
that'd be a
right.
good
That
game
would be
too,
that would be big. That would be big. Yeah,
because
Houston
you
and
got to
Dallas.
imagine all the Houston and shit, the whole state of Texas will go down there.
Yeah.
You just see
It's
buses.
just right there, bro. It's just right there. Hell, right here where I'm at, we're freaking, we're 45 minutes away from the border. So
Look at that.
it's not
You'll
far,
see
man.
buses from New Mexico, Arizona, and Texas just flood for a Raiders and Cowboys game, or a Cardinals and Cowboys game in Mexico,
Yeah.
or a Houston and Cowboys game in Mexico. Like they'll have so much traction coming from just those three states alone. You know what I mean? So that's not bad either. But yeah, Angel and Hit, man, we love y'all for sure. Thank you guys for that wonderful segment of hold on, my bad, guys. Oh, no. There we go. Now, are y'all ready to talk some college football? Because bowl season is here. It's Capital One Bowl Mania, and it's starting. We don't have a topic of the week this week. I'm sorry, guys. I will do my best. We will do our best to get one out this week. But college bowl season has begun. Football season is coming to a close in college. And around this time of year, Bowl Mania goes crazy. And on top
Yeah.
of the 3 NFL games that we have today, the college football bowl season is starting.
Which, by the way, real quick update: Minnesota up with a minute left in the third, 17-3 on Cincinnati. I did not see this coming, to be honest. In Cincinnati.
Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins.
Well, it's actually been more about the running game, but yeah.
But he's doing his job, man.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Now the bowl games, man. Like, you know what's funny about this year? I hate the names of all these damn bowls because it's always the sponsor and like some long ass name. You know what I mean? Like you always got like the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. What? What the hell? You know what I mean? You got the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. Never heard of it. Roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl. What else? I'm looking at some of these, bro. I'm looking at some of these. Military Bowl presented by GoBowling.com Bowl. That's the official name. It's so
What?
funny, man. It's
Say
so
that again.
funny, man.
Say that again. What the hell is the name of that bowl
Let me go
game?
back. The Military Bowl presented by GoBowling.com Bowl. I can't make this
What
stuff
has
up. I
college
can, but I
football
ain't doing it.
become?
It's great. Yo, you want to
What has college
look, and now the
football?
Rose Bowl. Do you want to hear the actual full technical name of the Rose Bowl this year? The CFP semifinal at the Rose Bowl game presented by Prudential. That is literally the name of the bowl. They throw in the sponsors in there because they pay all that money to have their name as part of the title of the bowl. It's crazy, man. But some of these bowl games, yeah, they're the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Damn, that sounds like something out of KFC. They got a famous Idaho Potato Bowl there. I gotta have me one, man. Shit, dude.
Yeah. This is the craziest crap I've ever heard, man.
JP says ain't no way in hell they used 3 bowls. Yeah, they did, bro. They did.
Yes, they did. They
my
definitely did.
That's funny as hell.
He said we suck less than the team behind us, boy. He said the Cocoa Pebbles Bowl.
I tell you, man.
We're trolling.
See,
No,
at least for like the bowl game my Aggies are in today, it's the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl. That's it. The Isleta is the the reservation there, casino that's sponsoring it. And they stuck to New Mexico Bowl. And by the way, go Aggies. I hope y'all get it done today. We're all gonna be watching here.
We got the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Ohio beat up on Georgia Southern 41-21. The Cricket Celebration Bowl is coming up today. Howard versus Florida A&M. The R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl.
I'm sorry. I see one of the bowl games you're getting to. Keep going, though. Involves Mexico. It's a freaking hilarious name.
Hey, I'm about to do it. R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl between Jacksonville State and Louisiana. And then we got the Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl.
That's the name, y'all. Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl. It's like, hey, what bowl game did y'all make? The Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl? What? The Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl. It's legit. It's legit. Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl.
And then you got Miami, Ohio versus Appalachian State in that bowl. Then you got, of course, the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl with New Mexico State taking on Fresno State. Then you got the LA Bowl with UCLA taking on Boise State. And then you got the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl, which used to just be called the Independence Bowl.
It did.
Now it's Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl.
You see what I'm saying?
That's Cal versus Texas Tech. And this is some new bowl game that I've never even heard of. The famous Toastery Bowl. I'm not lying, y'all.
I'm looking right at it. Famous Toastery Bowl.
Western Kentucky versus Old Dominion. That's going to be on the 18th, Monday the 18th.
I'm telling you, bro, what messed it up with these bowl games is when they made it a thing where these sponsors started paying so much money to have their name in the title. They should have just kept it simple. You could throw all the sponsorship logos, everything all over the promo. That's fine. But then the Hot Cheetos Bowl, that sounds good. Now you're making me hungry. Stop it, Hit. Hot Cheetos Bowl with some cheddar cheese on it.
He said these cheesy ass names. Look, hold on. I got another one. December 19th, Tuesday. UTSA takes on Marshall in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. Mm-hmm. Then you got the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl on Thursday, December 21st, South Florida versus.
That's on my birthday.
All right. Yes, sir. I was just about to tell you before we end the show. Happy early birthday to my boy, Double G. December 21st. Y'all get ready.
Appreciate it.
Next Friday, December 22nd, you got the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl with Georgia Tech versus UCF. Who's coming up with these dumbass names? Here's one. Here we go. Birmingham Bowl. There you go. Saturday, December 23rd. Next week, Troy takes on Duke in the Birmingham.
Bro, there's literally there. I kid you not. Yeah, I'm looking at something here on December 28th. I'm sorry, I hate to jump ahead of you. The Pop-Tarts Bowl. Oh my God. Who the I can't do it. I love Pop-Tarts, but come on.
Camellia
the Pop-Tarts
Bowl?
Bowl? You couldn't come up with some kind of cool name?
At all. The Camellia Bowl. Arkansas State versus Northern Illinois. That's next Saturday as well. Next Saturday, you got the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl that used to just be called the Armed Forces Bowl. And that's James Madison taking on Air Force. You got the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Georgia State versus Utah State. You got the 68 Ventures Bowl. Whatever. South Alabama versus Eastern Michigan. This is all next Saturday. Then you got the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, which used to just be called the Las Vegas Bowl. See how he's talking about we're adding sponsors into the names just to have the sponsor's name is whatever.
You know, I make God damn Angel talking like I'm an alcoholic. Damn.
Look into the Slim Jim Bowl.
Hey, Rick says Pop-Tarts Bowl says they're gonna have a huge Pop-Tart for the winners to eat. You know what I would be like? I'd be like, look, the winner is gonna get like a temporary run of like Pop-Tarts flavor in your name.
That would be lit. That would be lit.
Yeah.
That would be lit. Then you got the Easy Post Hawaii Bowl, which used to just be called the Hawaii Bowl. It was the Hawaii Bowl. Now it's the Easy Post Hawaii Bowl. Don't know what they're doing. And that's all next Saturday, December 23rd. Then on Tuesday, December 26th, you have the Quick Lane Bowl, which is Bowling Green versus Minnesota. Then you got the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl.
These names, y'all, it used to just be the First Responder Bowl. You know what I mean? It used to just be the Las Vegas Bowl. It used to just be the Liberty Bowl. It used to just be the Rose Bowl, the Sun Bowl.
We ain't never had no Quick Lane Bowl, no Camellia Bowl. They're adding bowls in here now. They're adding bowl games.
The
like
Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. That one's still just
like what the hell is this? Texas State versus Rice in that First Responder Bowl on Tuesday, December 22nd. Then same day, Guaranteed Rate Bowl. You got Kansas.
If you watch this game, we guarantee you the best rate possible
on your bowl. He said the Mexican tequila in my hand.
Oh, I would love that. Hell yeah. Sponsored by Patron. Oh, let's go.
Hey, I'm loving it.
Hey, quick heads up. Cincinnati, they're down. They scored a touchdown, 17-10, 13:55 left, and they're getting the ball back right now.
So Wednesday, December 27th, you have the Military Bowl presented by GoBowling.com Bowl.
That's the one I told you about. Yes, see, you had to stop yourself. You're like, wait.
The Military Bowl presented by GoBowling.com Bowl game. Virginia Tech versus Tulane. I would be so disrespected to play in that game.
I'd lost their damn minds. The Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl.
The Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Wasabi, the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Now that sounds like something out of a restaurant.
Bro, North Carolina.
What are you ordering today? I'm going to order the Wasabi Fenway Bowl, please.
And look, North Carolina's taking on West Virginia in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. We got the DirecTV Holiday Bowl. Now it's DirecTV Holiday Bowl instead of just the Holiday Bowl. Louisville's taking on USC, and Caleb Williams is not playing in that game. Just a heads up for everybody, so it might not be entertaining to watch. The Tax Act Texas Bowl, Texas A&M versus Oklahoma State. That's all on Wednesday the 27th. Next Thursday, the 28th, you got the Wasabi Fenway Bowl that Gabe was just talking about, SMU versus Boston College. Then you got the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. Rutgers versus Miami, the Pop-Tarts Bowl, North Carolina State versus Kansas State. The Valero Alamo Bowl ends that night with Arizona versus Oklahoma. Then you got the 29th, Tax Slayer Gator Bowl, which used to just be the Gator Bowl, I think,
Mhm.
or that's new.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Clemson
No,
versus
it did.
Kentucky.
No, it did just used to be the Gator Bowl. Yeah.
Then
And
you've
then
got the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
and they've been
Are
calling
they
it that for a
kidding?
couple of years now. Like Kellogg's has sponsored the crap out of that, dude. And I'm like, Tony the Tiger. It used to be the Wells Fargo Sun Bowl. Before that, it was just the Sun Bowl. And
It was just the Sun Bowl.
everybody from here in El Paso and Cruces will go. Where you going? I'm going to the Sun Bowl. That's what we call it. But yeah, the Tony the Tiger. I see his Tony. Yeah, they have like the Tony the Tiger mascot out there every year now. He's out there all out there hyping everybody up for the game. I'm like, I don't care, man. It's cold out here, but give me a free bowl of freaking, some cereal, and I'm cool. I'll sit in the stand and watch the game and Tony the Tiger, and I'll say they're great.
Happy early birthday, Rick. 27th is your birthday. Word up. Word up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He said, say bowl 3 times, you might win. Where's the
Cornhole
cornhole?
bowl. Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. They also got that's Oregon State versus Notre Dame in that Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Then you have the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, which used to just be the damn Liberty Bowl. But that's Memphis versus Iowa State. And that's actually a pretty good game for Memphis because that's actually going to be in Memphis at the Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium. Then December 30th, you have the Trans Perfect.
Damn.
Never mind. I don't even want to.
Yeah.
The Music City Bowl. The hell they talking about Trans Perfect? We're not
We ain't going there. We ain't going there.
You're gonna leave that left.
Yeah.
You're gonna leave that left. Yes, in the Music City Bowl, you have Auburn versus Maryland. In the Barstool Sports Arizona
Yeah.
Bowl.
Oh, but you did miss one that day, and this name always kind of like made me laugh because they just don't go together. The Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
Wait,
When I think Chick-fil-A peaches, just call it the
yeah,
Peach Bowl.
I don't understand that. Oh yeah, I did miss that one. That's up there though. Then you got
And that's a good matchup. And that's a good matchup. Penn State and Ole Miss.
Penn State and Ole Miss in that one. Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl, Toledo versus Wyoming. Then January 1st, New Year's Day, you got Wisconsin versus LSU in the Relia Quest Bowl. And then the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, which used to just be the Citrus Bowl, guys. Iowa versus Tennessee. That's on the 1st. Then you got
the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. It sounded better with Fiesta when it was the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. Because that made sense because it made you think chips and salsa.
Oh, I did miss a couple bowl games because these are New Year's 6 bowl games here. The Verbo Fiesta Bowl, number 23 Liberty versus number 8 Oregon. The Capital One Orange Bowl, number 6 Georgia versus Florida State. That's on December 30th. The Verbo
that's the bowl. That's the bowl game of the two teams, in my opinion, that got freaking shafted. But we ain't going there because we talked about that before.
Yeah, but the 30th as well. You got the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, which I don't know how chicken sandwiches and peaches go together anymore. But yeah, like you said, New Orleans
it's all from the South, baby.
number
It's all from
11
the South.
Ole Miss versus number 10 Penn State. Then on the 29th, you got now these are all New Year's 6 bowls. That's why the dates are jumping around. The 29th, you got the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic, when it used to just be called the Cotton Bowl Classic. Number 9 Missouri versus number 7 Ohio State. Then you got on the 1st as well, college football playoff semifinal at the Rose Bowl game presented by Prudential.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ. That's the title. That is the title. It's not just the Rose Bowl, guys, anymore. It's the college football playoff semifinal at the Rose Bowl game presented by Prudential. That's not a commercial. That's the title.
That's the title of the game.
Hold on. Out of breath. You run out of breath trying to say the name of these damn bowl games.
Then you have the college football semifinal at the All-State Sugar Bowl with number 3 Texas taking on number 2 Washington.
See, why didn't they do that with the Rose Bowl and just say the college football semifinal at the Prudential Rose Bowl? Instead, they had to name it at the Rose Bowl game presented by Prudential.
Idiots.
They're paying for every damn letter.
Mm.
Shit, man.
And then you have the college football national championship presented by AT&T on January 8th.
January 8th.
So that is your entire slate. You know how many games that is, y'all? We got so much college football. It makes no sense, but it makes a lot of sense.
I've been telling you guys though, man, the bowl games, it's just another way for the NCAA to say, "Wow, we know you guys didn't get into this part, but look, we'll make a new bowl game, and you guys can have it, okay?" And it's just for them to get people bringing more money. It's all
He
about
said,
money, and that's okay.
hits a fool. He said they need to bring out Limu the Emu from the Liberty Bell.
Yeah,
And if he ain't out there, they need to change the name.
yeah.
I agree with that one there. I agree with that one. Man, thank you guys for he said the Rose Bowl by
Prophylactics. uh,
I love you guys, man. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you all for being here for this 43rd episode of the Gridiron Podcast Show, live from the Gridiron Studios in Las Vegas, Nevada, as well as Gridiron Nation Studios in Las Cruces, New Mexico. So
right.
you already know we're in two different cities making this happen, bringing you guys a great show every Saturday, whether one of us can be here or not. You know what I mean? I'm just so grateful to have a co-host by the name of OG Double D. Oh, OG Double G, Gabe Garcia, the Wicked One, the one and
Yes,
only.
sir.
And
Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. And real quick, I know, just hold that thought real quick. I got to say thank you, give you your props, bro, because the weeks I ain't been able to be here, y'all know, understand. I work in retail, not always able to come on here. I've had some other things going on, but I already knew Jersey was going to hold it down. I already knew that. And a lot of that, the ability for him to do that comes from you guys, right? From being interactive, man. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Jersey, straight up.
for sure, man. Thank you guys. And for sure, you got to understand, like, there's days when I come on to the show and I'm like, how's this gonna go? And then I just go with the flow. And you guys make it so much better for me to be like, I know I have to come back with another great show next week. We have to come back with another great show next week. You know what I mean? So I just thank you guys. And I don't know, man, if it wasn't for you, Gabe, becoming a co-host, I don't know how long this show would have lasted, but we made it to
You would have
43
been all
episodes.
right. You would have been all right, bro. I just brought a little bit of color commentary to this. This is just put it that
I love
way.
it. I love it. Hey, next year, guys, next year we got some big news coming up from or for the show next year. I know I've been saying we're gonna be moving over to the Gridiron podcast YouTube channel. That is still coming, but it's gonna be coming in the future. So make sure you guys go and subscribe to the
Ooh.
Gridiron Podcast Show YouTube channel. There's the link for it.
If y'all ain't watching this game, turn it on. 3rd and goal, Cincy. Very close to tying it up, guys. But
In the fourth. Let's get
hey,
it.
and do me a favor, guys. All the social medias, man. I know you guys do it, but please continue to do it. Share them. Share the posts. Share the streams. Subscribe to our YouTubes, okay? And share those with people. Bring some people on, man. Help this thing grow, guys, because the only
Now
way it's gonna grow,
this chick,
it don't matter, the only way it's gonna grow is if you guys help us do it. Because
right.
we can come in and put on the best show possible, but I've always told people it's like music. I've heard so many people that are so, man, I hear their music. I'm like, damn, I never heard of this dude. He's local and the music's tight.
Mhm.
But because there's nobody talking about him. You know what I mean? And there's no promo. You guys, to be honest, you're our promo team.
For
So
real.
get out there, make us proud, and promote the hell out of this show. All right?
Because we need you guys, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
To get this show where we want to where we want it to be.
4th and goal.
We need you guys to continue helping this show grow. So share it in all your Facebook groups, all your social media groups that you're in. If you're in group chats and things like that, and you know these guys talk football and things like that, share the show. You know what I mean? Whether it's the Facebook version or the YouTube version, share the show. Encourage people to subscribe to the Gridiron Podcast channel. Encourage people to subscribe to the Gridiron Nation podcast channel. I will make sure to get that updated in this ticker here for you guys. I'll make sure to get that updated in all of Double G's information, so that way you guys can always
Yeah.
have, the YouTube channels as well for when he does go live on the Tuesday show.
Hey guys, and we've got some big things coming the top of the year.
Yes.
All right, I told y'all I've been working on something for the show, and we're hoping within 2 weeks when the new year hits to be able to roll out something dope for you guys that's going to start the show. So that's the hopes. All right. But we're talking, me and Jersey, off the air, we're talking about other things, like maybe finding another way to get you guys to be interactive with the show. Maybe through calling. We're working on some things, guys. All right.
Yeah.
So we're trying to improve, I guess, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
We're looking.
Like we
We're
talked
looking
about the
to have-
quarterback thing earlier. There's always room for improvement, baby. And that's what we're trying to do. All right. So
We appreciate
appreciate you,
you,
Rig.
Rig, man.
Appreciate you for saying
Thank
that,
you,
man.
brother. Update. Let's go Bengals. They have just tied the game up,
Just tied the
and
game, man.
Brady
Just
got
tied
that
the
London
game.
jersey back on. JP, you a fool. No, but we do got some big things coming for the show starting next season, or excuse me, not next season, next year.
I
Like he
like that. I
said,
like that idea, Rig.
intro,
I like that
intro
idea,
for
Rig.
the.
Yeah.
Damn it, Rig, get out of my head.
Yeah.
I
We
was
got that
thinking
intro. That intro is gonna be coming for you guys soon, man. I've almost got it all done. Just gotta master it up.
got a new
And I
intro
think you
coming,
guys are gonna be digging it. All right. I think you
new
guys are
intro
gonna be digging it.
song, new intro video, but still have the same video. Like you're gonna see what you see now, but it's just gonna be better. We're
Yeah.
doing some improvements to it, and then we are, like we said, we are talking about we're working on getting a call in number for the show.
Yeah.
As you see, I have my lovely rotary phone. We go old school, because look, this rotary phone is actually Bluetooth, so I can actually Bluetooth the cellular device. Okay, and the rotary phone's gonna ring, and I can dial numbers with this rotary phone, guys. It's so lit. So yeah, we're
Some
going.
some of some of y'all ain't old enough to remember having to use a rotary phone. I am. All right. You picking have to dial like a long ass number with the area code. You're like 1, 5, 7, 5, 9, 0. You're like, damn, man, they're gonna take my time. Hell, they ain't gonna need you anymore by the time you get a hold of them.
Exactly. Make sure you guys go and follow the
Yeah.
Gridiron on Spotify. Make sure you follow Gridiron Nation on Spotify as well. Make sure to get that Spotify information for Gridiron Nation in the ticker as well for all of Double G's info. And like I said, we just got some things coming for the show, trying to get some sponsors for the show as well. Yeah, Angel said you got to get one for your studio.
Okay. Oh, the rotary phone. Oh, yeah.
You gotta get a rotary phone for your studio. I'll find out where we at it. He said,
JP. You know what, JP? That's a good one. Damn, I walked right into that, man. Damn, I walked right into that, dude.
I love it. Hey, but real talk, man. Get you
Yeah.
guys one of the Bluetooth rotary phones. You be part of the rotary crew. But
Yeah,
real talk,
man.
we love you guys, man. We thank you guys for everything that you do when it comes to supporting the show
Yes.
and
Yes.
supporting Gridiron Nation, supporting the Gridiron, the whole conglomerate, you know what I mean, of both shows together. Like I really try and promote. If you missed, I don't know if you guys seen my Facebook post or my Twitter post. If you missed this week's episode, it was a day late. It was on Wednesday. If you missed this week's episode of Gridiron Nation, you can go and catch it on Spotify and any of your other audio podcast
Yeah.
platforms that you
to those of you that reached out, and I've had actually quite a few messages this week in my Facebook one too, that people were just digging the show, man, and I was just going off my head on this one, man, just trying to be myself. And so I think it was a fun show. So if y'all, it wasn't on YouTube, guys, so it's only on audio. So if you got Spotify or whatever, go back and check it out, man. Gridiron Nation Podcast. And by the way, I will be doing a live stream this Tuesday, guys, and I want y'all to jump in. It's going to be Tuesday evening at 6:30 Mountain Time. Okay, so wherever you're at, adjust accordingly. But I got a topic coming up this week that I'm going to bring out some of your, childhood trauma a little bit for the holidays. and I'm gonna ask y'all what you wanted, like a gift you always wanted that you knew you were never gonna get, and it killed you every single year. You know what I mean? And then you didn't get it, and that made you sad as a kid. And I'm gonna bring that up. I don't care. All right, because there's got to be balance between top positivity and some negativity.
Exactly.
But
And you
I
can
want you
see
guys to jump in on this, and also we're gonna get into the MVP conversation for the NFL, and I want your guys' opinions. So jump in with me on Tuesday. All right, be sure to do that.
and send in those Gridiron Nation fan
Rig,
mail.
yeah. Hey, this thing is actually it's called a tidbit, and if you want, I can send you the site. These things are dope, bro. I love this. I love this little thing. It's a cool prop for a show like this. Straight up, man.
We love you, Hit. You already know what it is, brother.
I love
Angel,
every
as
one of you
always,
guys.
man. Mad love and respect. You already know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's all love. You guys are the best when it comes to making this show what it is, and you guys are going to be the
Absolutely.
ones to help us elevate this show. Um, and also next year, not only are we making the changes as far as the intro to the show, trying to add in a call in number and things of that nature, we may also be doing something as far as allowing you guys to be able to donate to the show. So in case you guys want to help out and see the show grow and all that great stuff, we'll make sure to have some type of way for you guys to go ahead and donate to the show as well. And we'll get it popping, man. We'll start doing things to where, you know, the more we're the more we're getting for the show to make it better, the more it'll be for
The
you guys.
better. Yeah.
We'll be able to start doing, giveaways and little raffles and stuff here and there and things like that. So the more interaction we get, the more fan mail we start getting, because I want to do something with the fan mail as well. You know what I mean? Hits right now kicking everybody ass with the fan mail questions. He sends them in every week. So if we were to do something like that, it'll be like, hey, who sends in the best fan mail questions over the past week will win, over the past month. Say that it'll be, like we can do something to where you get a gift card or
Yeah.
anything like
Yeah.
that. So we really want to reward you guys for being so
For
supportive.
being a part of the show, man, and making it what it is,
Exactly. Because without you guys, it'll just be me and Gabe sitting here arguing with each other.
Just arguing, yeah, just talking shit, arguing with each other. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. No, you're wrong.
You know what I mean? So definitely, bro, definitely keep showing the love and support that you guys do. And like I said, next year is going to be the start of something great. We got the spring football league coming back, college football, NFL all over again. We're starting the new year with college football championship, Super
Yes.
Bowl, and then
Yeah.
we get spring football back, and then NFL and college right back. So it's gonna be awesome. It really is. And like I said, man, if you guys want to send in your fan mail questions to either of the shows, the Gridiron or Gridiron Nation podcast, here you go. Email for Gridiron Nation podcast is right there. Gridiron Nation podcast at Gmail. Join Gabe this Tuesday live on YouTube. Send those questions in so he can ask them live on the show, answer them live on the show, interact with you guys as well. And if you want to send in your Gridiron, or excuse me, your questions to the Gridiron podcast, you can do so, and we'll get them on there for next week's show. Now, before we get up out of here, there's currently 2 spring football league teams that have petitions out there. Myself started a petition for the Vegas Vipers, and our boy Rig Rocker started a petition for the Houston Roughnecks. So make sure you guys go and sign those petitions, please. You can check my Facebook page for them. You can check his Facebook page for the Houston Roughnecks petition as well. And you can check my page because I have shared it. And like I said, just keep supporting us, man. January 13th, if you're in the Houston area, please go and hook up with my boy Rig Rocker and the rest of the X-Fan Legion who will be out there. And again, it's for the Houston area women's shelter. And it's for a great cause. You know what I mean? They're doing a fundraiser for those battered and abused women who are ended up in the shelter with their children or by themselves, different situations that they've gone through. And it's just a great cause to help these women get back on their feet, get their life back together and show them that, everybody's willing to have a second chance in life as long
Yeah.
as you're willing to take it. And let's go out there and help and support these women and support this cause that Rig Rocker and the X Fan Legion and the rest of the guys on these different podcast shows that we have, like the Fan Gang Nation show, X Fan show, Player 54, XFL Insider. I mean, there's so many. Um, Double G still got the Arlington Renegade show soon to be coming, depending on how everything goes this upcoming spring season. So there's a lot of things going on. So make sure you get with Rig Rocker, and he can get you a lot more information on that event coming up in Houston on January 13th. But again, guys, man, I want to thank you guys for being here and constantly helping this show be what it is. I can't say it enough. You guys are the spark that keeps this flame lit. You know what I mean? It's not just me and Double G. You know what I mean? It's you guys. Everyone who interacts on the different links or the different channels that we stream the show on. And you guys are just awesome because you make us want to give you something better each and every week. You know what I mean? So again, thank you, Gabe. I'm gonna let you go ahead and do what you do and end this show right, brother.
All right, man. Well, you know, this time of year, guys, it's that time of year. Okay, we're gonna end this on a little positive note, and it's a fun note because it's just about enjoying what's going on right now. Talked about it at the top of the show. Okay, this time of year, guys, it's like when we think about football season, one thing I get so excited about football season is because of the vibe right now, where we're at this week. You know, the playoff push is in full swing for the NFL. You know what I mean? Teams are rolling, teams are fighting. We've got the bowl games kicking in today, right now. We've got NFL football on Saturdays. That's how you know that we're in the getting into that crunch time. The leaves are falling, the weather's cooler, and it's close to that holiday season, man. So
Yeah.
the whole vibe of right now, just enjoy it, man. Enjoy the football. Enjoy everything we got going on, going on around you. But just the vibe of the football season. I don't know about you guys, but for me, this is what I love right now. Right
Hell
now,
yeah.
doing this right here with you guys, this whole thing going on. I absolutely love it. And if you do too, be like me, embrace it, enjoy it. And, even though we've all got some stuff going on right now, every single day, we got that stress going on. We're all dealing with different things. Doesn't make one person's, issues worse than the others. It's just different. You know what I mean? So just look at the good stuff and the vibe that we've got of positivity right now and embrace that, guys. And it'll help you get through it mentally, emotionally, and even sometimes physically, man. Because what you got to do is you got to adapt, guys. Because in the
Yes,
words
sir.
of the great Bruce Lee, all y'all got to do
Just be
is be
water.
water, my friends. We're
We'll
going to
holla at
catch
y'all
you
next
next
week.
week. Yeah.
This is the Gridiron. I'm Jersey the King. He is OG Double OG, Gabe Garcia. We will holla at you guys next week. Thank you for
Peace.
tuning in. Holla at your boy.